Okay. Delay's set, everything's good.
So, let's give him a
Awesome,
warm
awesome,
welcome,
awesome.
shall
Alright, let me calibrate everything on here. Alright. This is where things are gonna get very interesting. Because now I have to... That's the wrong one.
I can't see. Yeah.
Alright, cool.
Fucking can't see shit. I was trying to look for heads like skylining.
Oh, that's gonna be a problem. So, this is KillKOG. I've been given very strict rules on how I'm going to cover this. However, the goal was to try to hide Blue 4 so that they weren't able to be spotted as they go in. But it looks like there is a auto add feature to the Zeus interface that's going to constantly re-add forces. So instead, I'm going to have to basically play with the camera here on the Zeus interface to make sure I don't show off any Blue 4 activity on accident. We're going to still work with the 15-minute delay, though, and highlight all of these positions, but I'm going to basically be doing my best to make sure that we don't reveal any Blue 4 spots, because there were a few different assets that Karma wanted to make sure weren't shown, mainly with the helicopter infills and exfills and the Blue 4 sniper team. So I'm going to be doing my best to not showcase anything or bring attention. We've had to do some similar stuff with the Russian ops and some of the TVD matches recently, so I've got experience with that, and I'll be doing my best to turn everything here. I need to, I'm going to drop this radio real quick, just because I don't want to listen to those local comms. Yeah, what up?
What's going on?
Nothing much.
You need Zeus, don't you?
I already got it.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure if someone had gotten into your neck, so I was like, what the fuck is he?
So the only concern I have right now is Karma told me he didn't want me to watch certain Blue 4 features. However, there appears to be something that's auto-adding everything back to the interface, which is fine. I'm just going to make sure that my camera doesn't cover the things he asked me not to cover. If that makes any sense.
Yeah, just, it's the standard Zeus discretion and all that.
Yep. But otherwise, I am set. We're on a 15-minute delay, so everything should be good. But if you need anything, just run up to me, tap my shoulder, and I'll come out.
Sounds good. I'll be in the Blue 4 spawn. So is there like anything specific he was talking about, or just like...
Just, specifically just not to watch the helicopter infills and exfills and try to stay away from the Blue 4 sniper team so they stay hidden.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no,
That's
I can, you can go ahead and like hide everything if you want. I'll go ahead and try to do that on my end too. I mostly did it just so I could see if everyone got in okay.
Go ahead and try it though. Wait, does it work for when we both do it then?
Should.
Because I'm not sure if it's overlapping because we're both doing it. I'll try hiding again, but if it all re-adds, then I'll I'm assuming it's just a script tied to either Ace. Actually, let me check configure add-on, because there's two different places you can do it. One of them is through the Zeus, though. That would be under Ace Zeus. Okay, so that's disabled, so it might have just been us doing those actions. So if you see me removing Blue 4 units, that's why. So let me go ahead and try that again. I just gotta get them hidden. I don't mind covering those things, but if we just remove and then 50... auto-adding.
Yo.
So I think it's auto-adding, but it's fine. I'll just make sure my camera doesn't cover it.
Okay. I'll see if I can't do it on my end, but if it keeps doing it, just do your best.
No, I've
a 15-minute delay anyway.
Yeah, so it'll all work out. All right, I'm excited though, broski. Let's. You've done this before. It's my first one, you know, so I'm excited.
I think this is my third one.
Nice.
There's one thing to watch out for.
Right.
I didn't make this one, so I can't guarantee how well it works.
Oh, he told me that this might be scuffy because they're testing stuff, but I also heard from some eyewitnesses that they're always testing something new, so we'll see.
The big thing is that when people... caps.
Oh, caps, sorry, yep.
When people are starting to respawn, Op4 respawn, check to see if they're spawning with CSAT gear, because the roll was not put to the unarmed roll, it was just put to the basic rifleman.
Gotcha.
So they'll spawn them in with the NVGs and shit. If it starts doing that, let me know and I'll come over and help.
I'll poke your shoulder.
Alright, this is just my dummy. I can't stay in here because despawn protection will kill me. Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
I learned this the hard way last night. I tried to come over here and
What's your name? What's your name on TeamSpeak? I'll shoot you a message there.
I am Magus. You can send me...
Gotcha.
I am the Magus Dominus. I know, 40k nerd. Sue me.
No, you're good. You're good.
I watch a lot. I check in on your stuff every once in a while. It's just like, oh, what did you do this time?
How do you spell it? Because I'm illiterate.
Magos.
Ah, it sounded like an E on my end because I'm dumb. All right, let me open this line of chat. And if I notice that, that'll be an issue. Random plug for myself, though. One of my buddies just made this massive basically, he took everything on GOS Daria and turned it into 40k. So there's this Black Templar unit I've been working with that hosts up to like 60 or 70 Space Marines. And I have this person on retainer now for mission making because this thing is amazing.
Is he the one that was posting in the TIOW Discord?
No, she's too private for that. But I mean, if you want, shoot me a message on Discord. I'll show you a few screenshots. But like, that's what's coming up next for that group and whatnot. Because I always try to totally convert the map. But anyway, we got an op to do. So I'll leave you to it.
Yeah.
All right, man.
We can chat afterwards. If you need anything, like I said, ding me there, ding me on Discord. Same name.
Yep.
So.
All right, I'll ding you.
The only one there.
All right, man.
Good luck, sir.
You too.
Yeah.
Alright, so Op4's spawn is up here. Here's how KillKOG's gonna work tonight. There's 3 cached objectives to go out and do. I'm just chilling over here. He was just telling me that some of the units might be respawning as vanilla CSAT kits. There is an option in 3-din Enhanced that helps you deny that, but from there it's, you know, nothing to worry about. I'm going to be keeping my map very, very limited as I glide through everything here. So Op4 is in a big variation of positions here. We're going to be actively tracking their stuff in real time. It looks like the cache objective itself is right here. We also have 3 other caches all around. Not all of them are going to be in play at the same time, though. So we'll just be jumping around as is. Looks like 2 of them have things around. We might see some mines in play. No, we got some grass cutters down. And then Op4 also has a tunnel system to work with everything. Looks like we got some Papega pirates here. Interesting. So KillKOG, at least for the Op4 side, it's open to the public. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see some familiar... Oh my god, we have Caden. And he spawned with some base vanilla gear for CSAT, which is quite funny. Oh man, I'd love to, maybe in the future for KillKOG, I can dress up as a reporter. We can go and like interview some of the players on the ground. Again, there's a lot of stuff that Karma and I have been debating back and forth on what to do going forward. And it's grown into, you know, now working with him weekly on Saturdays. But I mean, again, it's beyond crazy with what we're trying to establish. So that's all really, really cool. We see the budget ticking down because Op4 is making their stuff.
Going down.
We got one naked guy on the rooftop and one not so naked guy on the ground. I also have a light on so we can see everyone. But that's kind of funny. And then we got the lighting glitches in lithium buildings from looking outside. It turns everything into a snow map, which is also pretty funny in of itself. But it looks like the main objective they're going to be holding here is here, and then we've got, I think James is teleporting around and handling things and whatnot, so that's awesome. Again, I'm a little limited with what I can cover in the AO because I don't want to cover Blue 4's advance anywhere, but it looks like this is going to be the first objective they're going to be focusing on. Second objective is going to be into here, but then again, I actually don't know the order that Op 4 and Blue 4 is going to be attacking the 3 caches. I know they're going to be doing them one at a time, though, because that's just their rule. So we're going to be tracking things going over here as is. We saw that Blue 4 had some Apaches to start. I didn't see any plane assets, though, but knowing KOG, there probably is going to be a drone or 2 up in the sky as well. But again, it's pitch black right here. So there's a lot to potentially cover with all of that. Otherwise, thank you for joining me, guys. I hope you can understand the 2-hour delay. Again, this is also going to be a little janky in terms of coverage because this is pretty much a new custom way that we're going to be seeing everything done. Looks like a vehicle was destroyed here. Op 4 guy died. But for Op 4, it is a 3-life operation, 1 life per AO. And then for KOG's Blue 4, it is 1 life unless they body bag the body that you had that died, bring it back to base, and then you basically tag back in. So on paper, it's a multi-life op for debug reasons, but they have a really cool custom way of this all to be set. We've got some fires burning around this position as well.
No, I've got PKM.
And they've got a hidden PKM.
Take it.
So they hit statics in the structure. That's really cool. And they probably have a script that lets them pull it in and out through attach commands and whatnot. Funny enough, attach to is more easy to deal with for things like that instead of attached to relative, but we see this pretty nasty keyhole right here that some of these Op 4 players have made on this entryway. I mean, that's really brutal. You got a machine gun right there and you got an AK ready to hit. The one issue about setting up a keyhole right here, though, is as soon as they turn the corner, the first guy's going to go down, and it's up to the second guy to either push or pull back. He'll probably push with the second guy, but by the third guy, they're going to cut it off, and then you'll probably see Blue 4 try to do another breach. What you'd really want to do in a situation like this is you want to bait your force to come in so that they push the entire squad in, and then you massacre them. Which, they could wait for here, but it looks like they're also trying to set up that static right there as well.
Yes, actually.
But you can hear them locally talking about all that. If I also hear local comms talking about what they're going to coordinate, I'm going to quickly pan away from that because we don't want to accidentally cover any plans that Blue 4 might have to go in on the operation. But up here, we also have some pretty nasty Overwatch points made by Op 4. But again, Op 4, they don't have nods. They only have flashlights. So they're going to be relying on these skylines right here to see any enemy activity in the zone. So that is quite interesting. And then we, of course, just have this massive, massive breakout of units everywhere. We just heard a gunshot. I think that was a misfire of some sort. That had to have been an accidental discharge there of the weapon, but that is fine. And then we got some more Op 4
Yeah, I heard 1 gunshot
coming around over here. They heard that gunshot. They've also got some secondary flashlights out, ready to go and whatnot. And looking at our map here, again, keeping the AOs tight. We got 1 objective right there. The second one, again, located in that area. I think there's a marker for each of them. And then the third one, I actually don't know where it is on top of my head, and I don't want to scroll out in case we accidentally catch Blue 4 going in. If anyone remembers back in the TBD op, I remember the Blue 4 commander asked me not to stream the Mi-24s in their flight path because he wanted to keep it a surprise because he was worried that the other team was going to stream snipe them. And, we're pretty much doing something similar with that. I'm just trying to keep the angles down as best as I can. I was hoping with the Zeus interface I could hide them, but again, there's an auto-adding script that might have been added with 3DIN Enhanced or a simple trigger that just resets it for every Zeus every 30 seconds. It calculates every object.
Out, and they're going to fan out left and straight. You got that right, dead hot.
Yeah, if a squad comes in, they're going to get annihilated. I'm hoping this Vic moves because they want to entice them to come in if they make it too tight. then Blue 4 is going to stop and hold. I do also appreciate these vehicles going on the entrances to make deployable cover to wall them off, because I think they're allowed to actually wall off the entrances with vehicles and whatnot. The one concern you have to have, though, is when you have something like this, if this blows up, you got to hope it doesn't blow up the entire building, but I think those buildings themselves are indestructible, so that should be A-okay. We got another deployment of forces out here. Looks like they just found out that this guy was wounded over here. Hopefully there is a medic nearby to pick them up. However, I don't see any medic symbolism, so this should be quite interesting. Yeah, what's up?
All good?
Yep, everything's good.
Okay, yeah, it's doing the same thing for me on the Zeus thing.
Yeah.
I just minimize the tabs and it hides everybody.
Yep.
But the moment, like, if I leave Zeus and I jump back in, it fucking pops back open.
I'm just making sure not to cover any angles. I'm keeping the camera purely top down, and you know, when I start hearing the gunfire, that's when I'll pan over and go, oh no, you know, all that's happening.
Send in goat team.
Yeah, I was trying to
now.
fix it, but it just won't fucking do it.
It's I'm willing to bet there's one of 3 places it could be. I already checked one, it wasn't there. So it's either a checkbox from 3 didn't enhance, or it's just one line of code in an SQF that just tells it to re-add it to the Zeus interface. So we
Yeah,
can just
I don't
correct
do
it for
any-
next time, so it's all good.
I don't do any of the coding. So
Oh, you're fine. Again, like every other KillKOG event, it's apparently been an experiment, so we learn, and then we, you know better for next time, and we can get it edited by then. So all good, broski. We can get this all sorted, Magos.
It's gonna be a good night, I tell you that right now.
Hell yeah, dude.
All right, get yourself ready for this first infill.
Hell yeah,
That's all I'm
man.
gonna say.
All right.
That's all I'm gonna say. Good luck.
Thanks, man. You too. Have a good one. Lieutenant Dan, thank you so much for the tier 3 sub. It's going to take me a bit to, catch up with you. But nonetheless, hope you keep enjoying the operations. Hope you get a nice kick out of this scenario. One thing I'm going to do real quick, just because, you never know how these things can go. I'm just going to disable my damage because, you never know how things go with something like this. Now, we do have a drone in the sky. I've noticed that with this orbital right here, they've been keeping track of everything. Also, because I am on Op4's side, I can only see Op4's kill counters, but...
Second platoon.
All right.
Second platoon.
These guys can see an Apache in the distance. I don't want to cover it just in
We
case
have
that's
Apache.
scouting force for their air assets, but you hear them calling this up. This is on one of Karma Cut servers.
What do we do? I found you guys. Negative, we have eyes and positive.
So they got the flashlights on right here.
Turn your light off! Turn your light off!
There's a fucking Apache!
Where's there? Where?
I don't know! It's over there somewhere.
Oh. You sure? Who's telling you this?
Flux!
They can hear it,
Flux
dude!
sees it? Where's Flux?
It's
right there.
Apparently they have their Chinooks marked as well.
It's looking at us. It's scary.
Should we shoot it with the dish gun?
It's an Apache, bro. What? It's 17 view distance on. Like it's like 7 kilometers. From
Never shoot at a player Apache
over
with
there.
something that's AAA, because it's just gonna laugh at you and murder you.
It's looking at us. It's firing something.
It's what?
It's firing something.
It fired something!
Oh god, we're all gonna die. We're all dead.
It fired something! It did it?
I came here all the way from the
Should I get off the... Should I get off the...
Oh yeah, Op4 is a hidden tunnel that lets them move from AO to AO.
The Chinook is literally. You hear it. It's landing where I told you what. It's landing
Do I
literally.
get off
So-
the floor? I'm very scared.
Oh!
No, just stay away from like...
Here's the deal. Op4, I trust Keen and Flux because we see them on FNF all the time. So we can see that their infills are over there. But as you heard, Keen and Flux, they're 2 of the best Arma 3 PvP players I know. So they're able to accurately tell that a Chinook's landing over there. I can hear the Chinook over there as well, but they probably saw it come in and they're staring at the 2 Apaches up there as well.
We're gonna die, dude. We're literally gonna go...
The Apache's gonna go.
The moat...
Adjust right. Oh, that's good. 5 times KIA. Good kill. Good kill. Fine, helper.
Guys, you gotta hide. What are you
That's
doing?
17 dead Iraqi children. Good work, sir. Bronze star.
Jazz, you're probably not going to be here in
Let's see.
15 minutes, but I appreciate it, broski.
No. Where's the Apache?
So
It's
again,
gone.
this is what it looks like right
Oh,
now.
it's right there.
Yeah, they can
Its
still...
gun's not looking
They
towards
can
us.
still see the Apaches in the
The gun is
distance.
swiveling.
But yeah, they're watching that Apache like a hawk. They've got TH view distance, so they can turn it up so they can have you know, infinite range of everything. But again,
Flux, go
I'd
outside.
imagine for this being a public Op4 PvP event, the value of players going to greatly differ. But you know, two experts like King and Flux.
2022
That way they
in
have
the
to
Afghanistan
full
region.
ROE checklist.
I just love that they're memeing around.
It's gun on. It's gun on. Those on.
And they have thermals on that Apache too, so they're going to be looking at this AO like a hawk.
Should we just scatter into random buildings?
This guy just went on
Chris?
con.
Flux,
My instinct to heal them is there, but I'm not allowed to interfere. That's the other Zeus's job, and I don't want to step on any toes. All right, so we also have a little bit of Overwatch on this tower position, so we can safely assume that this is going to be the first target. We got people all the way around over here. And then this AO is probably going to be the second target, and then the third target's whatever town is remaining. So this group, if it gets wiped, is going to go to the other AO here. So that is quite nice. NT, thank you so much for the raid, broski. 1 second, I need to message him because of the 50 minutes. I'm glad he liked today's mission. But yeah, we did do a an SOG Prairie Fire Op to showcase the 1.3 update. It was a little laggy here and there because, you know, nighttime with shadow effects and excessive uses of smoke, but we still made it work really well. I got to use the flame tank on him, all this fun stuff. Everyone had nothing but positive comment, feedback to say. I had some good constructive feedback as well for setting up future events with them. And then I also had a chat with one of my friends who's really good at making missions in terms of AO. The next 40k ops we see are going to be great. If you were here in the beginning of the stream, you would have heard me talking with Mooksel. I got that painting over there. Again, that's for the other Zeus to go and take care of. But I don't mind showing that the symbolism over there because, again, Flux already called it up on the net, and I'm assuming King then radioed it up because he has the LR. So, based off of the fact that Op4 knows that, I can then, you know, show it off and go, yeah, they're right, but it's also a matter of, I know the Vix might also do false LZs.
The crime castle. When is it?
Fine. I don't care.
So I also have to keep that in mind.
Keep yelling at each other?
And you got these chuckleheads yelling at each other as they're all trying to... I love how there's a Skype symbol on them, too.
Dude, once this Dishka starts firing, we're not gonna be able to hear shit.
I hope I didn't forget fucking earplugs.
Hello, this is second platoon leader. Over.
But yeah, if I play my cards right over the next few weeks...
Hello?
Alright,
when I
any
come
other
back at
second
the end of this
platoon
month,
elements, do you
after
have
taking the last
eyes
week
on
off...
This is America.
These
Hi,
shitters.
Patriot.
We're gonna have a lot of cool missions to come back to.
Battle buddies.
But you can see that he has a vanilla CSAT uniform on, which I'm gonna be honest is a little bit of an issue because the vanilla CSAT uniforms actually have a little bit of armor on them.
Serious? What?
You can hear all these chuckleheads just
Was it
going.
not real? Oh my god.
So it sounds like
Whoa?
It is. Am I breaking up?
I don't know,
Yes.
You're just not transmitting. It's real or not real?
You literally, like, it literally sounds like, hey guys, did you... Literally what it sounds like.
Israel. God, I love Israel. What about here? Is this normal?
these little shitters, man. We rarely get to listen to Papega Pirates on FNF in a full round on the ground, but the glimpses we get are just hysterical at times. But yeah, it's pretty messy. And yes, again, it's a 15-minute delay. All of these guys are waiting in here to literally pounce in an ambush, which is all pretty funny here too. They got a spotlight in here as well. And you got some Op4 symbol all the way out there. Don't know what that's going to be about. We got Ruby checking the map here, looking around. Otherwise, let's go ahead and look back out here. We got a single infantry guy. Again, this is how dark it actually is. I just have my camera on so I can keep track of everything. Again, Op4's main focus seems to be this other cache site over here, but we might see QRF come in to reinforce the first one. Let's take a look at a few more of these murder holes. So they've set a single tire to body block anything that comes in. They've got this PKM turret ready to lock down this route here. They also use some of the wheels to block off some of these additional roads, basically to force them to come out right here. And by utilizing the wheels,
months of enjoying Mr. Wevu.
It's supposed to lock people in here if they try to move forward so that machine gun can kill them. These are some dirty PvP tactics. I absolutely love them. Looks like they're going to keep that vehicle there for now. And again, they got that corner turret. We got this other stuff over here. And I don't mind showing you Op4's position because everyone in Blue 4 is directly managed by Karma Cut. So if he sees that his people are stream sniping, he'll deal with them personally. So I can cover Op4 with impunity. But you also have to understand anything that's outside of a compound, 95% certain that the thermal scans on the drones and whatnot are going to actually go out and catch it. Otherwise, you still have a bunch of units making defensive lines and whatnot and all this other crazy stuff. But we're practically playing a waiting game at this point. Mr. Squid, thanks for the 24-month resub. I hope you keep enjoying the operations. And I hope you get a nice kick out of this scenario.
Oh yeah, look at
They still got the spotlight going. But yeah, the spotlight's really effective here, but Blue 4 has the advantage of nods. Op 4 have really good flashlights and some pretty hefty spotlights here, so.
Jesus.
It's so bright.
I mean, that is what a spotlight is. It's meant to be a giant. Oh, God. They're just blinded everyone.
I remember the first time I saw it in the fucking videos, dude, and I was like, God damn, that shit's insane.
They also have some head-mounted lights as well, which is quite nice. All right, looking around here, let's go back to the other AO. We've got this poor guy. He appears to be scaling a cliff right here, doing a combat patrol with his AK. Good for him. Looking around, he's got a buddy over here. That would be Talon. Oh, we got a random grass cutter right here. Don't know what that's for. Might be a tunnel entrance. Might be just a random inventory mark. Tapped on the shoulder. What's up?
How's it going?
Good.
All right. Sorry to bug you again.
No,
but,
you're fine. You're fine.
I don't. You've probably already seen it, but if you check out the southwest corner of the map, like off the edge of it,
okay.
Happy did an amazing job with the tunnel system.
You know, you're right. I should go look at that tunnel.
Big shout out to him. So be sure to check that out. Like, it's really cool.
I'm gonna go compare it to the one I made for the first Karma op from way back when. I'm gonna be super judgmental.
All right, have fun with that.
All right, broski. Thanks so much for pointing it out. I completely forgot about it.
No, I should probably say something, but yeah, Happy did an amazing job.
All good, man. Now, how do I get to the southeastern corner without opening the map and potentially showing off where Blue 4 is? I'm just going to stick to this riverbed, and if I fly down enough, maybe I won't catch anything important. Because, again, we're being super tight with the camera. I think we have a few people out here. Okay, that's just a massive Overwatch position. Here, we're going to basically open it up over here and manually move it. It was a little far out, but that's okay. There we go. All right, so here's our tunnel. So right off the bat, I know that this server is running an area trigger or something, or maybe it has the line of code that came with the new update that basically denies people from once they're above 100 meters to start going into the free-fall animation. But this tunnel, ooh la la. I don't know what assets off the top of my head they used to make this tunnel, but it looks like it's a low polygon rock style texture, which is great. It's definitely, though, 4 or so textures all boxed together to make it, which I appreciate because that's usually how you make tunnels. But it looks like there's also some forms of tunnel here that are just meant to be flat. So this is all basically making a ramp, and then you actually have this whole tunnel system here. So this is very nice. They got an internal lighting system because if I were to hit my light key, this is how it's lit right here. So this is very nice. And these tunnels practically go for miles here. So it looks like you've got various ways in and out, and I'd imagine these are going to basically combine with everything here. But you got some nice hard cover on these tunnels as well. You got a few guys basically ordered to hold certain sections here, so they're going to be guns up waiting for the enemy going. But basically, sentry duty, more gunshots. That might have been Grease misfiring here. But I also know these are the tunnels that Op4 are using basically to transport between AOs, which is quite nice. And then they got some simple security guys right here. But, you know, this feels like a genuine tunnel, and I do know that in the future, Valk, if you're watching, you're getting to this, one of the ops I will have you make is probably going to be a one-off for KOG, but I'm going to basically give you their mod set and tell you to make the craziest thing that you can to keep your little ADHD brain occupied for a week if I can't think of anything else to give you. Because Valk is the person that made some really interesting missions that we'll get into later. But this is pretty awesome. I'd imagine, based on just looking at it from the surface, you basically have a little tube texture. You've got a bunch of other textures that were basically just put together, and then you've got these, which were custom made to make these ramp-style textures going back and forth, which is quite nice. I can also crack this open in the editor. Fun fact, when you go on a server, you can take any mission file from the server. You can then convert it into an SQF folder, or a mission folder with SQM, and then you can run it in the editor. If they binarized it, you can unbinarize it pretty easily with Arma tools, but yeah, you know, yada-da. There was a pin back there, but again, the one concern I have is if people die or go unconscious, they might fall through the tunnel. So that's why I always don't like putting things up in the sky. Plus, if people glitch out of the tunnel, they're going to end up flying out. So we'll see if PvP is seen on this tunnel here, but we'll see how things go. By the way, let me tab out real quick. I want to give you guys a total head count here. That was a lot of scrolling. There's about 170 players total on this scenario right now. So, quite the big amount of players there. But you can see this, the various entrances and exits for these tunnels here. I think there's at least 1, 2, 3, because they got these gated areas off. 4. I think you got some random dead ends right here. And then 5. So I'm assuming 1 is their spawn point, and then the others are the actual objectives. So here, here, and here. And I'm willing to bet this tunnel maker, if we were to look at the map and go all the way up, you would probably see that the tunnel aligned with the actual objectives as well, just in a miniaturized version, which is even cooler to do. So when you orient yourself in the tunnel, you will also see the units accordingly. So I thought I saw, so we do see an Apache on station. These guys, we know that they've spotted an Apache earlier as well. In the distance, though, you can't hear the helicopters anymore. I don't think they actually ever heard the Apache. I think they only heard the CH-40, or excuse me, the MH-47s coming in. I do also appreciate the drum mag PPSHs. Those. Oh no, it's Flux being Flux again.
What's that a thing? He never was on our net. He has the word radio.
You know, that is something that I don't think you'll find in any other PvP experience that you'll be able to find here being Op4. The genuine fear of knowing that the enemy is coming, but you don't know when they're going to hit you and from where they're going to hit you. So all you can do is try to discreetly move around with your assets and hope to God you get lucky to get the drop on them, because my God, otherwise you're going to be SOL. By the way, this is a 3-hour event and I am going to cover it till the end. So if we finish by like midnight or at 1 a.m., that's no skin off my shoes. I'm going to keep going. The only other thing I need to do is actually, I'm going to do it right now. I need to check my schedule to see if I can do a Monday op, and then after this op, I can then announce it, and we'll go from there. So, all right, so Tuesday I'm not going to be free, but Monday I am, so I'm going to run an op. I'll probably run the next Starship Trooper op on a Monday. We'll see, because I also need to start the other campaign thingamajig. Get a few of those run, but again, we will see. Hire him for Armor 4 sound acting. There is no bets. The reason there's no prediction is because if we were to genuinely put a prediction up, it's very unlikely. How do I put it? There wouldn't be a real way to monetize how it would be done. What I'm thinking, though, is now that I've seen the AOs and how things would be done, we'd probably do multiple predictions for the stream. Ooh! That was a misfire. That even jumped me for a second. That's how loud those damn gunshots are. How we'd probably do predictions in the future is, can KOG eliminate the first cache? Yes or no? If they do, cool, move to the second cache. Can KOG eliminate the second cache? Yes, no. And if that gets eliminated, we'll go to the third. Because I'm used to doing predictions where it's all or nothing. But you can't really do that on these operations because they rarely go to the entire thing. So we'd have to do it by objective and run multiple bets per. But here's the thing. This is the first time I'm doing KillKOG. And I sat with Karma in a meeting between the Vietnam mission I ran and this. And we just discussed everything of, you know, what our expectations for both of us, yada-da, what we're going to do. And this is very much an experiment right now. So he does something like this about once a month. So next month, that's what we'll do for predictions. But, you know, since this is the trial run, I'm trying to limit all my features based off of, you know, what we compare them to with other PvP ops like FNF, OFCRA, TBD, even the Solid Games versus WOG event. This isn't all or nothing, you know? This is a, you know, how much can Blue 4 get done, so we have to change that based off of how everything goes, if that makes any sense. I'd also imagine we might actually see a massive influx of forces come from the tunnel out to the other position. And actually, funny enough, we're going to see that.
West side.
So this random tunnel entrance takes them out here. And we can see, I think based off of the fact that they heard those helicopters, they're actually going to run a lot of these infantry in through the tunnel here.
How do we get there?
And try to get them on a new area.
No, I'm guessing we run right. But
I don't know. No one knows where we're going.
Wait, the thing is,
I'm running right.
No, we're getting directions. Don't run off and go all
They're
the way
getting
back
lost in
to
their
the
tunnel.
starting point.
Yeah. That's another 2 options after you go right.
I think he said.
Now, I will say
It's
this.
splitting again.
Did he say
Next time we do this, I'm going to talk with Karma, and since this is a public PvP event, I'll advertise it within a week in advance, and if you guys want to get in on it, I will make sure that information is posted in my Discord. I'll have a link going forward for the week prior, because I always love to bring in people for PvP.
I don't know.
This is the first work right here.
This
After
guy
we
has
went
long
from
range.
Alpha.
Oh, no, he doesn't. Never mind.
Or not Alpha, we went from Bravo.
I think how these tunnels work in the game is that we're technically really far away from the main map, so they can't hear us.
And then we have to exit and figure out where we are after
Okay,
that.
look, if you look at 1-4 on the map, they're to the right slightly. So I say we go to the right.
I gotta wonder if they actually have a map of these tunnels.
1-3 has to wait for our guy who went back.
I will admit that mic peeking is a little tough, but I'm working with it. Oh boy. Something just caused a little bit of a desync spike there, but that's fine.
Yeah.
Quick one with, try and hop out the tunnels, because
I don't know whether
it might be out of radio range. I don't know how it's working.
They're probably going to be out of radio range, though, because of how they have the tunnels on the edge of the map. But, I mean, looking at these guys, it's funny because they only have... This is the break they're worried about. However, I think there is... Oh, no, it's just a table and some beds over here. But yeah, they're trying to find the way up to get up to here. And then this will lead them to this joint intersection area. So they are doing their best to try to get through.
Hey, who are you?
Hey, here.
Get moving back up the line.
Wait, we're going backwards right now?
Is anyone from 140?
We're going to Charlie. Yes, go that way.
Oxdead.
Okay,
Go.
Okay, what's about
Five hands,
So
stay
they
here,
sent a
big
bunch
people
of
that way.
people out to go
Back
find
up
the way
towards
through the
line.
tunnel, and now that they found it, they're going. And then you still have a few guys back here, I guess, holding rear security, and they're now going back to leave.
Hey.
But then you have the sign here that tells them where to go. That's so funny. Now you got this stream of Op4 coming through the tunnel. Let's have a look. Because it's rare to find something like this. Background song is for any operation involving Middle Eastern insurgencies. I always like playing Homeworld The Keepers from the video game Homeworld 2. Even though it is a space RTS game, I don't know why, but the music feels very Middle Eastern to me compared to other music I've heard. And it just fits. To me, it just fits. But I also do video game music for streaming because almost everything else gets automatically copyrighted. So I have to be really careful with what I use. So that's why, again, it's a lot of Tide the Tasmanian Tiger, Homeworld 2, all this other fun stuff. And you have this hidden gunner right here with the PKM just holding the tunnel. I love this little kill zone. But this goes to show you, you could be going through this tunnel thinking it's empty, and then you go on point, and then this guy blows your head off because he has the high ground. He's going to be at your head level already, and you take the headshot. And again, Op4 have multiple lives. Blue 4 has a single life unless they can get their body evac'd and brought back to base. So it's a very difficult scenario here. So you have to play this cautious. It's meant to be stressful. I do love the fact that they got to crawl through this little section, though.
Which way? Which way? Left,
This
right.
is to map for us, right?
Left. Okay. Hit that.
Keep going left. Go left.
And the crazy thing about this is, this is only like an eighth of the player base.
Dude, what the fuck is this tunnel, man?
Go left.
Go left. You'll not fucking
Go
listen.
left.
Move.
Go
Move,
left.
guys.
Go left. Go left. Keep going left.
This is just one small element.
Keep going left.
And arguably it is like an eighth or a ninth.
No, you're gonna follow left.
Actually, if this is about 20 to 30 dudes. Yeah, no, this is about an eighth.
I had bandages, why can't I use them? I had bandages, why can't I
all the time.
This side, yeah.
Left for you guys. We're here. Guys, we're not going through. We're not going through.
This is.
Yo,
right.
yes it is. It's Mafraz.
Oh yeah, there it is.
We're waiting here though, guys. We're waiting here. Everybody lights off.
Guy, that was the most wild experience ever. Doing my right on.
Is this what the insertion?
I do love Viet Cong tunnel running, and this felt like the olden days of using Unsun for that stuff.
1-3. 1-3.
1-1.
Okay, let's get ready to go through.
Are you guys?
Guys,
Anybody
Are we all
lost?
here, all four of us?
Anybody lost over 1-2-0?
One more prayer, guys. One more prayer.
Keep
There's
turning
three.
left, okay. Just keep turning
Four.
left.
Okay, we're all here.
You guys are lost.
4. Let's go. Or do we go through yet? Or
Oh,
no?
No,
You
I'm
should
coming back.
have followed us.
where does the tunnel come out?
So it looks like some people are still lost as they try to get through. And they got more groups going through now as well. I'm curious where this is going to go, but it looks like they're lining up to get out.
Possibly 412.
What I'm worried about is them leaving this
We'll be able to see where
tunnel
we
and
are.
then the Apache immediately finding them and murdering them all.
Dude, imagine one of them went through the tunnels.
At this point, I don't care if my squad fell behind. We're going.
Guys, inshallah.
The entire fucking first platoon is here.
Sammy's gonna find out for us where
It's a
we're
family
fucking dropping.
reunion.
The Apache is gonna bomb us the second.
Yes, someone's gonna find out.
That's what I'm saying.
And then, guys,
We'll let 3-5 go first.
Oh my god, John, dude. You thought you were
Who wants to go first, just in case the Apache's there?
holy shit, yawn.
We were about to light up like a Christmas tree on tunnels.
Is anyone
Well,
not the
Okay,
Where's Greg?
medic.
Is Greg here?
Yeah, I'm
medic
here.
is
nice.
map.
All right, so this is where they're going to come out. We'll eventually try to find them here. I don't know where the exit to that tunnel is. Oh, it's right here. Okay. So that's like right outside of the AO, I think. No, it's right there. Oh no. Alright, we're on a 15-minute delay, so by then they should make their maneuver, but Blue 4's right on top of this position, and they're about to have a massive flanking force come in, which means the Apache would be overwatching them, but here's the head honcho himself.
HQ fold in. It's fucking amateur hour tonight, I swear to Christ.
Fucking indeed.
That ND might have given away their position. Oh, but they're about to have this massive flanking force come in. See, these guys, I don't think, they might have heard that suppressed shot. So I think they're trying to coordinate right now where that is. I just hope no one, you know, we don't have a bunch of discharges and then people think, oh, they found us because of stream time. It's like, no, it's because they can hear you. But you can see these guys are prone and they're looking in that direction. A suppressed gunshot is still kind of loud. Oh my god, and you got this guy running by. So I gotta wonder.
He's moving a
Yep.
He's moving a spotlight. Yeah, I got eyes on one moving spotlight.
That might be Patriot over here. Nope, he's hidden. I think they're talking about Promise right there, but again... Oh, this Op4 trickle in. Alright, we can pan out now and see this entire maneuver going in. You got the Apache on Overwatch. You've got this massive force, though, ready to spew out of the tunnel, though. That's what's scaring me, in all honesty, is that tunnel force coming in and pretty much assaulting the entire wide flank, because I'm assuming that's where this exit is. I love what they've done with it, though, making a well texture here. That's not even a well texture. I think that's one of the vanilla cylinder textures, and then they just have a little bit of a build-up right there. But they can immediately run in and flank, but there is a high possibility that that Apache on Overwatch is going to annihilate them when they come in.
Yeah, send it.
This poor server.
Yeah, right.
Blue 4 are not all suppressed. Some of the rifles aren't. Only a handful are, I'm assuming.
02019.
So I think they saw something over here and they're sighting it in. And then you got this spotlight up here. They're illuminating the town. They should be illuminating around the town, bro. You're just showing off where all your friends are. Oh, here they come.
Oh, it got brighter. I can see.
That's not...
I don't think that's a good thing, though.
Wait. We're missing somebody.
Flare just went out, that's why. You can hear the Apache in the distance.
We've got Creeps and Paladin, so cookie.
Oh, okay, so Breaker's gonna come up here. Oh, this is gonna be nuts. They're all laying low right now. I think what's gonna get them is people coming up from the tunnel and potentially finding them. Because someone's gonna go back in and say, yeah, it's clear. They're all gonna come up. This Apache, though. Hold on. I can't see their fields of vision. It's not letting me see their scoped in, but I'd imagine the gunner is combing around. He's tracking. They're tracking.
Anyone on radio free?
No, the drone's tracking him. And Bree... Oh no! He has no idea that the entire blue 4 formation is next to him and he's being lit up by a Christmas tree right now. Look at it. Look at this. That's the hand of God laser marking him. Oh, I feel bad when it's my AI under that threat, but now it's, oh, the players. He's running in like, yeah, hey, how we all doing? I'm just worried we're going to see a massive amount of people come out and just run across blue 4's line. Uh-oh.
I'm trying to, the guy who's not talking on to me on shore.
Spotlight's on him. Blue 4 is laying low at the moment. They're waiting for the spotlight to potentially move, but they're all down. This is crazy that we see so many people right now. Again, all hiding. Spotlight's been left right there, though, at that angle. They're looking in that direction. It hasn't been 15 minutes yet, though, so they didn't see it from a stream. They just put it over there, and they might have seen something.
They told us to come out the tunnel, but where are we supposed to go after?
I don't know.
We came out of the tunnel. Where do we go now?
And defend the cache?
I think I found...
Mashallah!
Found the spotlight.
Habibis?
To the north.
We got a little bird on standby as well.
Where'd Cookie go?
I see the Habibis on the fucking skyline at the building next to the spotlight.
And they still have all of that force ready to go. Oh my god. Blue 4 could find themselves pushed.
Do we just hold on this hill then?
I guess so. I guess we just...
Yeah, but let's...
My spotlight is directly on them.
Yep. So this is without the light,
They are
but
moving
he's
west.
tracking them now.
Compound, towards that small minaret building.
And again, we haven't
right,
gotten
go
to
ahead,
them
MVP,
yet,
get
so
up to
this
me now.
happened. They found him before my stream. Which is good. I'm just trying to make sure there's no stream sniping going on.
Right, Destroyer, you have the MG. Get out to me. I'm right by the spotlight. I want you to set up. There's going to be a small minaret building to our direct.
My concern, though, is that's going to cause these guys to potentially push them, and then you're going to have this stream of forces come out of the tunnel and push their rear. Otherwise, with this group, they've got some picket forces coming in. I just want to see what Flux and King do in this situation. They're now engaging that spotlight. The battle has begun. I want to see a runner go into that tunnel and tell everyone to come out and start charging. Cookie immediately gets headshotted. I hear shots clicking overhead, so they're firing up there. That is a lot of guns on target. Destroyer gets destroyed. Waiting to see if an Apache is going to follow suit as well. Oh, here we go. Get that flashlight off, though. Otherwise, the Apache is going to spot you. Heavy fire coming in from the town. Gonna start lowering my volume here so I can properly hear everything. Infantry moving up on target. Heard something explode up here. Don't know if that was a Hellfire. Putting my light on so I can spot him. Breaker got picked off as soon as he came out. They picked him off. Cookie died. So again, Op 4 have multiple lives, but it's per objective. So it's 1 life per this AO. Blue 4 have 1 life period unless their body gets evac back to base. And yeah, the chat has a delay on the menu because, or not the menu, the screen, because the screen shows current chat on that delay. So it's a display thing. Preacher gets spotted through this window and utterly annihilated by that one gunman right there. Great security being pulled. Breaker's dead. Again, I'm waiting to see this massive Op 4 push. You guys are going to give yourselves away by putting those flashlights on. I swear to God, they're going to call the Apache on you. They're going to lose their advantage because I think some of these players are newer. Yep, now these guys are turning around and engaging.
Hey, Seven, make sure.
Tig gets hit there because he had his flashlight on. Floppy gets annihilated. Oh, the advantage that these guys could have had by pushing on him is now lost. You got Tier coming up, though. Again, it's very dark. He needs to find a way to illuminate this position. And you still got Blue 4 pushing in. We'll see if players like King can do anything here. I'm really curious to see what King might be able to do in this area here. But yeah, more guys getting shot as they try to move in. Tier's in a good spot as well. King, if you have a grenade, buddy, now would be the time. They're stacking up to breach. Flux immediately gets annihilated. Breach goes in. Jim Bob gets blown away by the grenade, I think. Looking back at this Overwatch for us, you're seeing more guys getting hit. A lot of dudes are just stuck up here, and you hear the Apache firing down at the tunnel entrance, taking out QRF coming up as well. So now the Apache's going to start honing in on that position.
Send in goats.
Oh, that's going to be bloody. King manages to get Dexter. And it looks like he gets a rubber, but goes down himself. For the Money Man's coming around. This is all about getting around, firing your shots, and then immediately pulling back, as you're seeing that Blue 4 are very tightly grouped here. If they can just get a grenade or so. You got more spraying coming around right here. He immediately goes back. Oh, God. The Apache.
It's an Apache.
Oh,
no, you lost creeps.
Oh, God. Like I said, that Apache is going to score a lot of freaking kills if it finally notices the people up here, and it just started doing that. That is a big chunk of Op4's manpower taken out. They lost that opportunity. Tier has been cautiously moving up, but Blue 4's doing a great job of advancing. They're having a bit of a slowdown in the beginning here. You're hearing some grenades go off. Money Man giving them a great run for their money here as he constantly tries to fight this off. You got Flux's body right there, I'm pretty sure. Yep, Kane has also gone down, and you still have this suppressed fight going. More people coming out of the tunnel. Oh, you do not know what you're about to run into. Again, this is what it looks like, and I'm waiting.
Oh,
Why? Why do people keep shooting their guns? This is only gonna make the Apache angry. I hear shots. They found Anara, but if Anara runs down, he's gonna show them the... Oh, God. This is a really good recreation of what we're about to witness here. Op4's dispersing to go to the south. Tier's gonna keep following this force in.
Send in Goat Team 6 now.
We do have a Blue 4 KIA.
Squad lead doesn't care.
Trooper, thanks for the 51-month resub, my man. I hope you keep enjoying the ops. Hope you get a nice kick out of this. And now you hear the Apache firing down at the infantry. Something came down right here, possibly a Hellfire. You got multiple people down. Op4 is pretty much dispersing, even going triple time. If I was Op4, I'd try to run back in the tunnel and hide there. Just go, no one else go out there. It's a very bad idea.
I fucking know. I got out of the tunnel and I'm getting a bomb dropped on me. Man, you gotta run.
They're running. Exactly. Apache's just loitering around. Again, Op4 had an opportunity, but it just didn't work out. Moneyman looks like he went into this corner exactly where Flux was. However, this bottom part's open, and I think they spotted him and took him out pretty easily there. A few more KIA that are going to be needed to be extracted here. We do have the Dishka right here. They just need a way to illuminate it, but that's the Apache firing again. Oh, God. Oh, no. Oh, God. This is... Because this is what the Apache sees. Here, it's this mode. So you can see them white as day here. They also have a black hot, and you can see them bright as day. Oh. There we go. There's two different buttons for those vision modes, and this poor man just had a flashlight out. Oh, God, what a slaughter. All right, meanwhile, you only have two guys left right here. They're staying low. So the Insurgents, they did get a few Blue 4 guys in the breach, but... waiting to see that final ambush position go off. FU got killed. Did they... He got spotted by Boston and taken out. I guess they're not allowed to steal the nods, because I would totally steal the nods. You got helping coming in as well. You're hearing some suppressive fire at the moment.
One dude.
Is that blue on blue? Is that a bomb strike out here as well? I know players can't be edited.
Reloading quickly. Yep, I got you. Okay, can you cover?
Let's see where he's shooting. Because I have a sneaking suspicion he's blue on bluing right now.
Yeah,
oh, yeah. Yeah, I know. So he saw movement on that little wooden building. He saw these guys and started shooting. I don't think these guys realize they're under friendly fire contact at the moment. Tyr has also cautiously been pushing up here. Helping is being tracked by the Hand of God right now. And he gets taken out because of enemy nod superiority. Multiple bodies here. They're going to have to get those guys all evac so those guys can get their life back. But Helping gets taken out. We could still see these guys cautiously moving. I'm worried about FU's body because he's stuck in the back line with no one on him. So he might be out of the game permanently at this rate. I don't think anyone wants the job of the first one to get shot, but you never know.
Left.
Meanwhile, the Apache's pretty much cleaned up everything out here. I think with the exception, there's a few survivors that have their maps. They're probably wondering what to do, but I can't believe Boxski is the only one alive up here. More shots being put in the rear of the formation. Tyr's trying to crawl in. Boston gets dropped. So good rear security we're seeing back here, but this is a little concerning. I'm wondering if we're going to see the Apache fire a Hellfire on Mr. Tyr back there. I heard them call Sparkle, which means they have eyes on to the laser. They're talking about the laser.
Is it just me?
No.
That happened to me a bit ago. Holy fuck.
So they're talking about how the fact they see that light, so they know that there's someone back there.
Watch, you gotta go to the left.
Watch the left,
If
watch
you're
the right.
south.
You're hearing more bombs being dropped over here in artillery. I think they think that there's an Op4 force over there, but in reality, they've already been mostly cleaned up, which is the crazy part.
Hey, take my soul gunner.
Let's give him a warm welcome, shall we?
I'm not sure who's firing those shots. But yeah, they've done their best to hide under trees and whatnot to try to conceal their thermal signature because that's all they can do. You still have a few Op4 guys trickling around this town doing their best to stay as low as they can, but again, this is the environment they're fighting in, so it's really hard for Op4 to see the Blue 4 elements, but Blue 4 have nods. But based off of what we heard on the Op4 perspective, it really does captivate what it feels like to be an insurgent with a full platoon of US forces and supporting assets pushing you. So definitely not for the faint of heart. GL just went off in that direction. Tears still backing away. I think they're coordinating GL in this position with the little laser right there too. Here, another one. But again, Blue 4 is not without casualties. Got some more Op4 trying to trickle in back here as well. It looks like it's actually some of the Op4 guys on their second life pushing in. So they were able to maneuver through the tunnel. Helping bleeds out. Now how this is going to go is when the cache is actually destroyed, I need to leave this objective because they have to do their full pullout. Looks like the cache is on this one building right here. Nope, that's a map. That might be the cache. And then there's another cache piece right here. So actually, I think that's the cache, and that's just extra ammo for the static. So they just need to det that, pull their bodies out, and they're good. But again, we've got more Op4 trying to move in. You still got some of these guys on top of their friends' bodies trying to get them evac'd, but my god, that Apache just committing that level of slaughter made me giggle. Oh. So they just dropped Ethan. I mean, you're screwed if you put your light on, you're screwed if you don't put the light on. Looks like they're taking fire from this position right here. He's trying to keyhole them. The trick is to try to get your enemies to skyline on some of the lighting here. Maybe get a flare-up or two and then use that light, and that'll help you sight on the units that are out here. Looks like they're putting more rounds in Ethan.
He's down, he's not dead.
Has he flopped?
No, he's just down.
Yeah, there he is.
Oh my god.
He's down, no fucking
war crime.
Save your fucking rounds. They don't do cat med.
War crime.
He's getting yelled at to save the rounds, and everyone else is memeing about war crimes. What a time to be alive. So I think that body actually got cleaned up because of body deletion. Otherwise, I'd see one of these chuckleheads have their nods on. How many FPS does the server have with so many people? I mean, let's look. We're at about 20 to 30. But you can also adjust that based off of your frame rate. So it looks like this group is now under contact. They got forces pushing up from this hilltop that are being engaged. at least that's what we also have the hand of God tracing that, and these guys are probably watching with their lasers because again, this is what we see. So both 2 laser assets up there. Tier came up here and immediately got annihilated. Flux doesn't realize he's under contact. So yeah, 3 different air assets lasing in hostile targets here. Flux tries to push up, immediately notices he gets plugged there. But you can see the laser also following him. But he has no idea that he is under this much of a spotlight here. So he's now trying to run. King's trying to follow suit. But I gotta wonder what Blue 4 is dealing with right now. I think they're trying to take care of their casualties and establish a position here, but definitely less of a raid. But oh god, Op4 is coming in force here. A massive amount of QRF coming in. And now we got airstrikes coming in as well. So that Hellfire, I think, just did a lot of damage. And we got a red flare going in as well. But that's completely illuminated the Op4 line going right there. So if that was a Blue 4 force putting a flare on, then that was a great place. But they gotta be careful because a flare at that range will even illuminate their position. And we can just hear how loud some of those guns are. So we got more guys looking at these buildings, seeing that quite a few guys died up here as well. Looks like they're using this as an impromptu command building here. As we have this massive back and forth, rounds going way overhead though. Oh, and there goes Ben. And I think that lag spike's actually caused by the flare running out and all the shadows rendering. So we need to see more flares go up. I'm really surprised we're not seeing that Apache fire out. It might be out of ammo. We have a second Apache though coming in. Flux is still being tracked by the laser. Yeah, Flux and King coming in. Flux is gonna try to come in on the rear. Oh, he could do some damage.
Alright. Dark, I'm pulling down.
He can hear them locally. Oh! He gets shot, I think, from security on the right side. Yep, this 249 gunner just smoked him. Damn, he was so close. And then Kane also gets smoked. We got up here more Op4 getting killed off, but more of them are also trickling in. He was so close, right on top of a Blue 4 building. And you got this Dishka right here. He's on an angle to start firing, but these guys also know as soon as they start firing, they're gonna start taking a lot of counter fire. What happened with you? How many Op4 there currently? It's like 76 on Blue 4, and then about 100 on Op4 right now, I would say. Somewhere along those numbers. You got the Apache rounds coming in. All around Spectre, and he's just playing chicken with them, as he also takes machine gun fire. Oh. And he loses the game of chicken. So yeah, Op4, this massive force coming in. They've really dispersed, though. Some forces getting right on top of the target here. Just taking a look. Just gotta watch my right key menu there because I'm spectating Zeus.
Give him a warm welcome, shall we?
For turning night vision brightness up and down.
These guys having talks over settings. You got Bogski here trying to stay low as he's getting suppressed to high hell. But he runs for cover. These 240s, man, you gotta be really careful because especially with they have nods, it's just gonna, it's gonna be a slaughter. These guys checking their maps and now starting to push in. I think at the rate of Op4 trickling in, we might see some bigger groups sneak in unless an Apache lines up on him directly, but you've got now another flare over their position to illuminate them. Got suppressive fire going out. We're hearing GLs going up as well.
No one's on that security where Griff might come up, though, and Money Man. This is the angle I want to see pushed.
Fucking assholes.
Oh,
Loading.
come on, no! Come on, get that door open. Come on, you can hear him. Looks like that static position finally got eliminated. Oh, Wolf doesn't turn around and check. Money, you're playing this too cautious, buddy. You just gotta go. Oh, it's pitch black. Oh, no! Oh, the game of cat and mouse.
Yeah, sounds good.
He genuinely doesn't see him.
These frames are bad.
He just hears the voices.
Yep. I got the DC at the main entrance, or when
Oh, flare goes up. He gets the shot. Spots this guy. Lab gets dropped as well. Flare finally goes up and he's able to engage. He's now going to quickly try to reposition.
Yes. Yeah, I'm up here.
They didn't spot him because they're looking across the way. Great downs by Money Man there. But now he's got him.
PID? Yeah, yep, I PID'd.
Like,
Hey, we hear the shit back inside then.
Everything, yep, right there. Yep.
Money Man gets dropped by that security team and they PID'd him proper. Good job there. Griff still up though. We're basically just watching these Op4 guys try to trickle in and pull an inner Audrey Hotto here. And I absolutely love it. America's trying to medic his buddy John, but he's already dead. Quite unfortunate, Chief. Oh dear. Looks like this vehicle got airstruck and multiple KIAs for Op4 up on that hilltop as well. So let me address that real quick by Toilet in chat. The Apache really isn't fair. This isn't meant to be fair. This is meant to be realistic. And which is why we aren't running a prediction either as I try to tune this out. I think American pinged because he saw the body disappear, not realizing that was a dead body. But yeah, again, this is not meant to be fair at all. This is meant to be, in Karmakut's words, the most realistic way he can make Arma into an American point raid on an insurgent position. And it's hard to make a video game realistic, but this is pretty tough. I don't know why. Again, there's not supposed to be a balance. But here, I'll just type that in. I'll just let you guys know. But this is not, otherwise, like, again, I would have a prediction up and we'd be doing everything, and I wouldn't, you know, I'd be actively covering Blue 4 coming in as well. But again, it's not. And that's what makes it different compared to other things of PvP that we've covered. Other things of PvP, there is meant to be some semblance of balance. This one, there is not. It is meant to be what it's supposed to be. But I understand that those of you that have been watching my content for a while are going to look at this and go, what's going on? You know, because normally for PvP events that we cover, there is meant to be a bit of balance. But for this, no. Absolutely not. This is supposed to be a slaughter. Here's the thing, though. Op4 having more coordination is also super realistic. Because this is just a bunch of dirt farmers with guns. And they're trying to annihilate this poor man who's now firing back. And he gets headshotted and flies away. I'm surprised they didn't instant kill him. But again, what they're going, oh, there's the Apache shooting people as they come in. This is meant to be just a bunch of poor dirt farmers getting annihilated here, and that's what we're getting. Blue 4 are taking casualties. The goal of Op4 is to basically stop Blue 4 from getting the objectives done, and the goal for Blue 4 is to do the objectives. So Blue
Op4 have a lot of fun tools to work with to get this done, but... Oh god, they airstruck the tunnel entrance. Oh, that's funny as hell. So Op4 has to get really creative when it comes to this level of PvP. But even with that, they're not going to be able to get in here and, you know, get more than a handful of kills unless they're really lucky, and that's what I'm hoping to cover, you know?
Your barrel heats up
Out of the way.
really slowly in PvP.
Where did GL go off? Ah, they double tapped Griff with it. We got a little bird flying overhead over here. And the rest of Op4 that are trying to trickle in just aren't able to.
8 Alpha on 30.
Roger, I'm moving to him.
Don't see any flares. Let's get a little brighter here. Good God. Those weapons are deafening. That's the point. Just the amount of bodies, though, that are on this hill. There is a garbage cleanup script, though, but there's at least 30 Op4 that have died here, some even twice in their advance. We just heard an airstrike come in. Looks like it was that little bird trying to fire a rocket down. You just got more bodies out here. So this counterattack that Op4 tried to organize here hasn't really worked out. You see an airstrike also went on Matt. Ah, America. Buddy, you're one of the last few here. I think he's trying to specifically strike at buildings, but his, he might be a little... His information might be a little off. I think he's dedicated to striking out random small units here, so... That's gonna be a toughie. Honestly, looking at this AO, I think America's the last hope here. Well, no, is Kieran still up? He might be. Yeah, it's hidden away in this building, not really knowing what else to do. We got Colo also up. Yeah. Yeah. Like I said, that little bird just striking at anything it can find with its gunner. You got Whip and Bogsy over here just staying on the phone and talking over everything. Got more fire coming in again. I am a spectator in the Zeus interface. I'm not actually supposed to do anything under this interface. Is this poor guy just shooting his PKM and hoping for the best? What a Chad. Everyone that was out here also died. What are you? You and me both, buddy. Looks like they're doing their pullout now, so I'll cover this for a few more minutes, and then I'll be moving over to the next AO, because again, I've been asked not to cover their exfil. There was about 60 to 80 Op4 that were coming in here. Oh, God. And he dies with his pots. All right. Next AO, I think, is going to be right over here. We've got a lot of people over at spawn. I'm going to have a listen, because at that point, that AO's done.
Yeah. Somebody was popping players, though. I don't know if it was them.
It looks like he left.
Dude, I couldn't find the headlamps.
They're in your backpack. You have to go. Hold on. Go to your backpack. Like, no, you have to add it to your kit.
Go and see like your vest or your
Follow me.
backpack, and it'll be the bottom slot. The bottom selections.
Yeah, okay. So go to your backpack. Where'd you go? Go to your
You
backpack.
just ran off.
Under additional, there will be headlamps and mag lights.
Alright.
What happened to him? I saw his ass.
I wonder if that's a script within 3CB Factions that lets them create static technicals like that. That'd be a pretty cool feature. But yeah, we can see that they're redeploying themselves here. You got me in that cheeky little building over there. And then some turrets that have broken as well, but oh. Man. So again, I'm assuming this is going to be the next objective. They're already starting to set up things around the town for here. I just heard someone pop some painkillers.
Fuck no.
Oh, they got a mortar for this one. Awesome. Looking back over here, I think they're fully leaving this objective. You still got that thing on fire right there. Silva's up here. Let's see what he sees. Yeah, he's definitely looking around. But he can't see much. So I will also say this, going forward, I do intend to cover every KillKOG event possible. I am just a little late to the party. You can see the Vic up there. But I want to have a look. We still have some Blue 4 in the AO here. And explosives are on this cache, so they are going to blow up the first one. You got more airstrikes coming in. We see some bodies disappearing as people respawn. But yeah, it looks like more OPFOR trying to trickle out of that tunnel and getting absolutely annihilated.
Seems fine to me. Hello?
Where do we go? Where do we go?
I don't know.
I think they just left thinking their point man would tell them.
Into the rocks over here.
That was the cache getting blown up. And the Apache just annihilated these two dudes. Oh my god. That's crazy. Yeah, so they're pulling out, and there goes the cache cooking off. Yeah, we got, I think Silver's going to try to follow them out, but I'm going to cease my coverage on that.
Give everyone some desync, some rubber banding desync distance, all right?
Hermit, how'd you die? Yeah, the Apache lit me up.
All right, we got a little bit of a lull here. I know there's a 15-minute delay, but just in case it takes a bit longer, what are your guys' thoughts? Again, this is meant to be very unfair. Huh. I see.
Yeah, me, you.
Yeah, I was like,
interesting. Anyway, don't mind doing some Q&A here, but I know there's also a lot of people that cover KOG as well from various ground POVs, because it is a public thing, and then if you're part of the KOG community, you can play on Blue 4. So we'll see how things go. Past, I appreciate it, man, though I'm on a 15-minute delay. Hope your evening is swell. I'm not sure if this static clipped into the building and blew it up, but that's pretty funny. Technically, the event's only halfway done. We just gotta wait for Blue 4 to move in on the next objective. But you can just see the whole... There's like freaking 6 different air assets and whatnot. You lasted about 2 hours? Nice. Well, you also have to remember the first 30 minutes are prep. And then... you have the actual operation. So a lot of OPFOR might have burnt most of their lives on that first objective, but there's still technically 2 more to go, so... Whew.
Where's this truck landed?
Someone's going to be listening to logistics.
Hey, what kind of bandages do I need to be taking?
Look,
A mix?
Load up into the back. Everyone load up into the back, no one get into the driver's seat.
What kind of bandages do I need to get?
Everyone load up into the back, do not get into the driver's seat.
Oh my god, no. They're loading up a bunch of people probably to move on the next objective. We got some more trucks to utilize. They got spare tires over here. Matt might be pinning the actual Zeus for something. I'll have to see. Here, I'm gonna type locally. There we go. Because again, we do have a little bit of a lull. Also, someone showed me something where it doesn't pause my camera when I tab out, so I might enable that later. But this second AO is going to be a bit tougher to attack because it's in a large complex, and there's a big amount of open areas around it, but that's also going to be detrimental for Op4 because it means they're going to have to play very specific point security in these buildings itself, though it does feel like it's getting slightly brighter, but not too bright. Otherwise, we have another tunnel entrance out here. I'm going to go shift over to the tunnel real quick. We'll see how things go. Should we at least give in some of them moonlight? I'm sure you can give the mission maker some feedback. I'm just the commentator. I did nothing wrong.
Hell yeah.
So I shouldn't say that.
We should run
Dude,
out
someone
with
hit me
our
with an
lights on.
RPG from like 700 meters and airbursted it like 10 meters above my head.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. All right. Tunnel activity is actually a little more on the quiet side at the moment.
My Ace Interact wouldn't work. It was kind of crazy. Oh, 07 dead body. 07. Nope.
Looks like there's a little bit of a drop-off right here, and someone died, possibly falling on it. Or what might have happened was the dead body knocked the texture out. You got to be careful when you're building custom compositions like these with tunnels and whatnot, is you need to make sure that all of the damage is disabled on the textures, all the simulations disabled. That way, if someone dies or something silly happens, it doesn't actually mess with the internal textures of the tunnel. Because I think what we're seeing here is some people disconnected and the tunnel's partially breaking. Or this might be intentional. But based off of the, you know, the fact that I'm seeing textures like these, they might be a bit broken, but otherwise, should be fine. We got a few guys,
Let's go.
Let's go for it.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Where's
Someone
Happy? Where's Happy?
I have no idea.
There he is. Go Happy, you first.
Fuck, let's go.
You lead
I'm
first.
gonna wait for this Dell guy to go first, because I don't know if I trust him.
oh my god.
What? Hello?
Get down.
Hello? Are you okay, man?
So,
Oh, you're not okay.
This man's stuck in the rock texture. Oh my god. Oh, that was funny as hell. He's running back. This is the only guy that survived that quickly like jumped back in the tunnel. Oh my god. Oh, the instinct to immediately hit my space bar to see where that is. I gotta fight it.
hey, are you AFK?
Bro, he's just looking up at the ceiling, man. Are you stealing his mags? Oh my god.
Someone say something when you get to that part in the stream 15 minutes later, because that was funny as hell. There's going to be so many good highlights I'm going to make out of this.
Hey, whatever you do, I was gonna say don't go this way, but I think I'm kinda lost. But yeah, don't go out that entrance, out that exit. How do we get the wait, we can go out here, right?
Wait, is that the exit?
But don't go out that, because they're just constantly gunning that down with the Apache.
Wait, that one right there?
Well, yeah, if people are going to keep coming out of a tunnel.
I came from HQ. This is HQ, I think.
Yeah, but there's another. We need to look for people. Because there is another exit that goes to the same cache.
I wish they had a map of the tunnel.
What they could do next time is they could create a map for the tunnel, but give it to only Op4 players. That way Blue 4 doesn't know, so they can make like a private Op4 channel or something with public information. But then again, it would just be up to Blue 4 players not to, you know, similar to them not stream sniping a stream that I'm doing, for example, that's going to constantly show Op4's positions. Yeah, so they got to go out this way.
I don't think so. I haven't seen any.
Can you imagine coming to a PvP event only to get stuck in a tunnel for 2 hours? Oh my god. You got another guy crawling in. Hopefully he'll be able to save him. Again, a little bit of tunnel activity, but good god. Jazz. Yeah. Yeah, I saw that. It was pretty funny. Here's the thing, though. I know for a lot of you that are always bloodthirsty with me telling me to kill my player base, can this just be the happy medium? Can we just cover KillKOG every chance we get, and then you guys that are super bloodthirsty can get off on the fact that the Apache's going to gun down a lot of players? So then you stop asking me? Like, can that be our happy medium here? I'll give you your bloodshed. Just wait. You know, you got to be patient with me. Alright, so you got this nice little truck convoy. It's got 2 techies to work with it as well, or as I'm going to call them, Apache bait. I thought this was another technical, but it's just Haji with an SKS turned out. You know, I'm going to be honest. I don't think KOGs needed to retreat just yet, but it got very close on that first objective. Because, yes, Op4's objective is to just make KOG back off. It didn't happen yet. There were some really close calls, though. But there were still quite a good chunk of Blue 4 units eliminated in that first round. So we'll see how the second AO fares here. Again, we got spotlights going out. We have a test shot with the mortar going out. We'll see if that's an HE round or a flare. It's going to take about 30 seconds to drop. But again, this is my first event too. So we're just learning the ins and outs of the balance. And then, you know, the second one, it'll be much more organized on my streaming side. But if you've been with me for a few months, you know that I like to cover every possible Arma event I can under the sun, especially if it's different and new. So this is certainly on that angle. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Jazz. All right, so it's a flare mortar. That's going to be incredibly useful. Looking back over here at the Op4 position, we've got a few Op4 guys still around the town. Looking around, wondering where Blue 4 went. They've left the AO more or less. That cache destroyed. And I think they're all laying low. I'd say they can use the tunnel to get out, but yeah. Hidden, I guess, has decided to come back to the tunnel entrance. Again, we've got Blue 4 camping it here, but you can just look at the bodies that have been coming out of it. And yeah, as Jazz said, I can imagine, like, from a roleplay perspective, this is probably one of the most realistic ops from an Op4 Insurgent POV that you're ever going to get, because you could just be walking and then get dropped and you might not even know what hit you. That's how nuts this is. So I'd imagine Op4 is going to remake their positions on the objective itself. You still got this truck convoy coming in. And you gotta wonder where the numbers are at this point. I mean, looking on the side, edit roster here. Blue Force still have a pretty sizable chunk at the moment. I'm intentionally jerking it, though, so you can't exactly see what assets they have, because wink. But we do see Op4, they got that mortar right there. A good chunk of their elements are also as infantry. Look at all those bodies, though, and then all this spare stuff. I'm going to be honest, the Blue 4 and Op 4 numbers are pretty even, though. In fact, I would dare say Blue 4 might have the number advantage at the moment. I think a lot of people just kept going back to that first AO and burning all their lives and giving the Apaches something to annihilate. So after this second objective, if Op 4 isn't able to force KOG into a retreat, that might be it. Oh, Jazz, I might have caught you getting blown up by that Apache there. That's funny. That's even funnier. So yeah, the wheels they put here to basically stop you from running in, you're seeing people climb over these as well. Look at that little kill hole. Oh. One thing they could do here, though, is using control space. You could partially open and close this door, so you could close it, and then partially by holding control space and your scroll wheel, you can set this to be open slightly and make this an even worse murder hole. You don't have to have that entire door open. I like the camo netting they put on the objective, though, to deny air the ability to snipe it outright. First death I had got Arma falling off of... I might have actually caught that, Jazz. Good God. But we'll see if this mortar is effective at all. I'm going to be honest, the mortar would be better off at maximum range out of the AO. I dare say, like, in a little nook back here, and then basically just occasionally put a flare up. Because in that first AO, if Op4 just occasionally put a flare up as some of the Op4 elements trickled in, I think they would have been able to get a lot more kills because they could have just seen with that flare. So even if there isn't any coordination like what you saw, I think it would be best if you really wanted to try to kill KOG, just play as a mortar gunner and just get a flare ranged into the AO at maximum range outside of the AO. And then just when you hear the gunshots, just occasionally put a flare up. That way you don't burn through all your ammo too quick. And, you know, give it like a minute or 45 seconds of darkness, then throw the flare out. And then listen. And then rinse and repeat. Even better if you can have a spotter on a hill tell you, all right, I see friendly forces over here. I see a bunch of enemies right there. Put the flare up. And then you are basically a support class at that point, but you are contributing to the objective. It would probably make for some really boring gameplay, but you would help spectators out there like me get some really good footage. You would do your part. Think of it like a Starship Trooper up at that point. But again, I'm curious to see how Op4 rebuilds this area here. And it looks like we got the drone starting to do orbitals over here as well. They've got another... This is a great mortar position.
8. I love how we're just chilling in here and fucking I'm not even worrying about anything anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
I love that.
KOG would have at least fucking fired upon us, at least by now.
Because the weakness I've seen in KOG is that they get a little too focused on their AO here. What we might want to see going forward is maybe the drone operators just do a bit of a wider sweep. Or if the helicopters are going into an AO, we might want to see some of those drone operators basically watch that AO going in. But at the same time, you're also looking for a needle in the haystack. I mean, this artillery position is great because it's at such a wide range away from the actual AO, and all I have to do is occasionally put some flares up, that they can just keep that position indefinitely and just keep flaring out and helping anyone locally find whatever they can and kill them. With this being a massive open AO, though, I think out of all the AOs, this is going to be the least effective one for that flaring strategy because Op4 doesn't have a lot of positions to hide in. Really, they would just be making this building easier to see, but at that point, you can also just use flashlights in that level of CQC. So it's tough to go with. Liru Op AI Simulator. Christ. I remember when I first started off, a lot of people would question my decisions with the AI, and I would just say, look, I just feel like that's what would happen in terms of, you know, AI just getting mowed down by an Apache or whatnot, and then we go to this PvP op years later, and I'm like, I was right. AI just trickle out of the tunnel only to get annihilated. Very riveting gameplay. I'm excited for this next one, though, because Op4 artillery are in really good spots. From there, we just need to track how things go. Now, we do have this guy.
This is base play. Be advised. Audible helis. Be advised.
Spot the American CIA undercover operative in the insurgent group.
Copy that.
So he hears those helicopters.
To 1-4.
And he's trying to now coordinate what he can. Sticking on the ground over here, not trying to give anything identifying. You got this group of Op4.
Let's go to where we reckon they're being picked up from.
It's pitch black, bro.
So I haven't shown anything on the map. They're just listening to the
This is 1-4, say again.
MH47s.
Yo, follow me. I'm over here.
Fuck.
Just head east.
Hide.
Yo, should we go?
No, just move, guys. Just move.
There's a Apache.
Move towards the Chinook, guys.
Fuck it.
Guys, what you got to
Where's the
remember?
tunnel at?
No,
Let's
let's go
flash
fuck
out.
them up. Their Apaches are coming in to pick them up.
Yep.
I'd say lights off.
I
lights
never
off.
knew this was a thing on this map.
What you gotta remember is if there's a shinny, there's an Apache.
That's
forward.
super smart, though.
I'm gonna shoot him if he keeps using that.
I think they're talking about shooting the guy that keeps putting his light on.
When we try to do this, but hey.
Oh, it's alright.
It's okay. For all of our dead homies.
Is it east we gotta go?
Guys, if you want to watch something more balanced, come tune in on Friday Night Fights or OFCRA on Thursdays or TBD when we cover it once a month. Like, we do so much balanced content. I actually kind of enjoy watching this as an unbalanced piece. This guy has his damn flashlight on again.
What?
I'm waiting to see them shoot him for that, but you can actually see the lights of the helicopter in the distance over there.
They're landing.
Oh! Oh!
Apache.
Uh-oh. So, they were short. Those are the warning shots, guys. You still have a chance to leave with your lives. Let's see what happens. Jazz saying he's done when he got him. Yep, there's the 15 minutes.
I think 2-5's still up. You up? Oh, you're up. Thank the Lord. Alright.
They're crawling up. I don't want to showcase where exactly Blue 4 is at the moment. Though, again, with how much the delay is, I don't think it would matter. But, again, respecting the wishes. And I'll talk to Karma about, you know, adjusting the settings. Maybe having a 5 or 10 minute delay next time. But we'll also tweak the script so I can hide Blue 4 and Op 4 forces. That way when I see that Blue 4 is leaving the map, I can just hide them, and then we can potentially cover this with no delay. We'll probably still have to keep a 5-minute one. You can see the Apache. Mark your Spectre. Oh, God. Well, Whip just got lashed in an airstrike. And Hoxton also just got smacked. Whip was the one turning his flashlight on, too. That's hilarious. You guys still want to go for it?
I'm scared of this fucking Apache, though.
You should be. It's a freaking Apache, and you're a hot G.
Oh,
No
goddamn, he's
offense.
down. My squad lead's down, bro. 2-5.
Yeah, I would do this. Just hide in a building. It's not worth it anymore.
Yep. Yeah, I love this wall. This wall is my life. Don't go through it though. Alright, let's fast travel. Oh yeah, it's getting light. It's getting light.
Ooh. Now these guys can see a little bit.
Yeah.
We'll see how much this shifts the tide, though.
I'm still on my first life.
Sun's starting to come out. Now we'll see if Op 4 can get a little bit of an advantage back.
Roger, I can hear you. This is Boxy.
I will also say this, going forward, now that Karma has me working for him weekly, on the exceptions of when we do KOG and I'll be casting it, there will be some options for PvP. I just haven't had the time to address it because I've had so many other things to take care of, but that's what happens when you normally make 5 to 7 mission files a week and you have a week where you have to make 14, but...
Alright. Let's get up.
Now that that's all, you know, all the mission files are in the process of being run, and I should be caught up by Monday.
In these,
we'll be going back to getting done with all of those plans. Also, I don't hear the helicopters anymore, so we can cover what's over here. We got a few bodies back here. I think that was just some Blue 4 guys glitching out. That's okay. So their LZ was over here from the looks of things. And now they're probably going to pull back and then recommit to an attack as Op 4 sets up, but now it's bright. Oh, man.
We need to...
I'm curious, though. I'm going to go first in this, but if you had one role to play as Op 4 here, what role would you guys play? I think I already stated mine with the support with the mortar. I would take a page out of these guys' book. I'd put the mortar out all the way over here, and I would use it. But now that, you know, you don't really need flares anymore, that role's kind of negated. So I think the next best thing I'd want to do is take a static, hide the static in a car, and then drive the car somewhere and just plink at people until the Apache blows my ass up.
There you go.
Yeah, Cash is here.
It's still...
So you got Op 4 all setting up there. See Blue 4 up there making their plan. But now we got to see these guys basically move on to the next objective. I think now that they've heard that the vehicles are gone, they're going to start doing just that. You got Holden now moving through because he finally left that tunnel. I think he chose to do this instead of the tunnel because the tunnel might be a little busted. Oh, man. So this is going to be the second AO. What I do want to look at as well, I'm not sure we will get to it at this rate, but this is the third AO. Oh, wow, we're all the way out on the right side of the map. Damn, we're far. No, this is all the way over here. Yeah, so that's the center of the map. This, if I'm correct, is, yeah, all the way in Afshire. It's crazy.
Yeah, now with it being daylight, this is definitely going to be Op4's advantage here because they can go out, put a bunch of scouts everywhere, and really try to lock down where that LZ is going to be and try to get forces on it.
We're taking shots. We're taking shots.
What? Map. You see the in the middle of all the T's,
Okay, yeah.
the circle
So
X,
that's
where Platoon 3 command is.
I don't hear any bullets flying by, but
to our fucking northeast.
you never know. I could be wrong.
East? Oh, that's just where I left them all.
Fox, can you pass where you are?
I'd love to see this compound filled with dudes, though. But again, with that nighttime advantage gone, we're going to see if things turn around. Blood for the blood god, skulls for the skull throne, milk for the cornflakes, victims for the Apache. That's horrible. I love it.
Do they have a time limit that they have to take this by?
I'm not sure.
They did get given cache locations before this, like the areas.
Either they die or...
Yeah, but it's whatever. We don't know what they know, so we do some level of OPSEC.
Yeah, that's nice. They've lost their major advantage.
So they can redeploy on helicopter and parachute to our roof if they figure it out.
Yes.
They would not do that. That is
man, do we have a medic? I'm gonna pass out.
Is it though?
Yes.
I would laugh my ass off if they actually landed right on top of that compound. Yes, it would be suicide, but... Chat, have you seen a single RPG on these guys? Because I swear all I've seen are AKs with flashlights.
100% sure where everyone is.
Well, no, I've seen some SKSs, I've seen some PPSHs, and I've seen some PKMs. But I haven't seen any grenades, I haven't seen any RPGs.
You just held fire it, but whatever.
He's looking all the way up at Boston right here. All right. What is Skype doing on the battlefield? Well, funny enough, you see, I'm not sure if you guys have noticed, but Skype has lost a lot of market share to Discord. So they've had to resort to other means in trying to basically stay afloat in business. And one of those ways is to provide mercenary services to the local dirt farmers in exchange for some cows and who else knows. Looks like they're firing up at this guy here, I think.
There's a lot more activity going on here.
Looks like Matt's being sent out possibly to go pick up some people that are all the way out there. But, you know, Skype, they're TLDR. They're on hard times here, and they're just trying to find more exotic and lucrative, but also very risky ways to make money. And yes, I am spectating with the Zeus camera. The original goal was to hide Blue 4 units so that I could basically cover Op 4 without impunity, and then when Blue 4 initiated their attack so I didn't stream snipe Blue 4's positions because Op 4 is all public players, I could then do that. The issue is they have something in the mission SQFs tied to the SQM. In non-technical terms, they have a line of code that constantly re-adds all units to the interface on the spectator side. So I'm not able to do that, but at the same time, I already had the Zeus interface, so might as well stick with the Zeus interface. Do you think 3 lives is enough for Op 4, or should it be more? Here's the thing. I see what they're going for because you're only supposed to spend 1 life per objective. And I think that's fair for what Blue 4 is trying to accomplish with KillKOG. If people want to burn additional lives on an AO, they should be allowed to do that as well, and they did, and you saw them get utterly annihilated. But also, you know, if you don't want to stick for the full 3 hours, if you want to just burn 3 lives on the first objective, then call it a night, I think that's totally fair as well. So I think 3 lives, or at least 1 life per AO and objective, is totally fine. It's just, you know, Op 4 is going to find that they have less and less units to work with going forward, and that's something you can't really police unless you make it an official rule. Or we add more Op 4.
See, I would agree with that. But... one second. I'm going to type my answer. And to explain in the 15 minutes here, I didn't drop... I don't... How do I word this? I only advertise groups that I... No, that's not the right way to put it either. I'm trying to speak in a generalization, but you know what? We'll just speak in specifics. If you were to ask me a link to Karma Cut's Discord, I don't have one. If you were to ask me a link to this event, I don't have it. If you were to ask me to the Liberation server, I don't have it. And you also need to remember this. Karma is... I mean, hell, let's look at it right now. All right? I'm going to look at it on YouTube. Karma Cut YouTube. He is at 638. Yeah. Yeah, hold on. Here's the thing. I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. I've been at about 128, 129,000 subs on YouTube for a long time. That's not going to go anywhere because YouTube throttles the shit out of me. I literally make a few thousand between YouTube and Twitch, and that's my income, and I'm perfectly fine with that because that's enough for me to continue doing what I love and paying off my mortgage and paying my living expenses. I don't really need to live a lavish lifestyle to do my dream job. But again, with YouTube bottlenecking me, it is hard for me to advertise and bring a bunch of people into a game other than people that have been playing with me for a long time that only leave or, you know, come back based off of how IRL goes. So I have a very tightly knit community. And with that, I'm very specific on what I directly advertise. So, for example, today's Vietnam op, I brought in a squad of players to fill in this, you know, 60-person operation, that which, you know, I think was only 8 or 9 slots, but that's because I was directly running the event and yada-da. The Warhammer Fantasy Checkpoint RP, I advertised that in my community and brought people in because I directly vetted the mission file, and I knew the guys that were running it. They've been friends with me for years, and I knew it was going to be something new and exciting, but I made sure to warn people this is a Checkpoint RP, so it's mainly a roleplay event, not something like that. I wouldn't take something like KillKOG and advertise it when I myself have not experienced it yet. And now that I've experienced it, I will do advertising for it for future ones, but I'm going to point them to this VOD and go, hey, watch this, because I want to make sure that you know what you're getting into, because there is nothing more disappointing than you signing up to play an event and then it utterly freaking crushing you. And my example of that is CC06 or CC07. Again, I think it's CC06, but the one where... No one's in the tunnel right now, I just want to give it a check. The one where it was just an absolute mess, where we were spawn camped for 4 out of 6 hours, and I decided to fill in as a ground commander because the ground commander had something like an emergency come up for IRL, and he had the slot became open, and I thought about it, I'm like, you know what, I'll give it a try, it can't be that hard. And that op was an utter freaking mess. They gave me false intel to build a plan off of. They told me the enemy didn't have AA, and then the enemy had AA, and they just kept us in a corner of a map for, again, 3 or 4 hours. I literally had to go on side chat when I was unconscious because we were also getting artied and hit with indirect fire, and basically tell people, because people were calling for them to just leave the server and not play. And that's also when I was in the mindset of, if you sign up for something, you got to stick with it. But nowadays, if you're not having fun, I'll just tell you outright, leave the event, because it's not worth your time, it's not worth your sanity, it's not worth your patience. But you need to know what you're getting into. So I will say this. I don't appreciate you pegging me on something and saying that I'm leading people to get blown up in this op because of how it is, because I didn't do anything. I mentioned that it was going on, but I didn't give anyone a link to KOG for this. Because I just simply believe that if you want to make a choice to play something, you should do the research first. Because otherwise, I mean, you can't really trust someone that tells you to blindly go and play an event, which is why I wanted to cover one of these. And then, you know, now I have this content of, all right, do you want to play something that's really, really difficult? That's a challenge. That's a rush. I mean, you saw Flux and King playing this because they were after that rush. Liru also has a lot of pull with a lot of large groups. No. TM, I do not. 506, I do not. First MEU, no. POG, yes. But POG is like 20 people. Like, you think I have this massive sphere of influence in terms of people to fill ops? I don't. And if I do, that's only because I'll go out and reach out to a certain group of people and say, hey, I think you'll be really interested in this because you do XYZ and these guys do XYZ. But I can't wave my hand and have 150 people show up to something unless I put in a lot of effort and talk with a lot of people. And I would only do that if it's something that I genuinely thought a lot of people will enjoy. Because I'm going to be honest, watching this, I don't think a lot of it really appeals to a certain type of player to be on Op4's side. But again, we're going to see in the daylight, this is going to dynamically change, and Op4 is going to, you know, or Blue 4 is going to lose a lot of their advantages, and Op4 is going to have a much bigger fighting chance. And this is going to be a bloodbath in this building alone, because it's just a massive kill zone, and this is where Op4 is really going to bounce back. So all the people that burned all their lives early on are really going to miss out on this fight.
He opened his eyes.
But again, this shouldn't be rubbing me the wrong way either. I should be brushing this off. I just, whenever something like this comes up, I feel the need to defend myself. But in reality, why should I? You know? I did my due diligence. I'm just here to stream. If you got a problem with that, you can go. I don't care. People that have been here for long enough know how I deal with things, and you know, it's all good.
And I'm not gonna learn it by myself.
All right, let's see. With that, I'm also stalling for time because Blue 4 have pulled back at base and they're redeploying, but I mean, that's the thing, too. If people DM me asking me, hey, do you know a group I can join? I will sit down with them and tell them how to find a group. But if they, you know, have a certain interest, I will point them in the right direction. Even if it's to a community I don't personally like.
At least they don't look
because
like
if they say they want XYZ and XYZ fits a certain community, I'll point them there. I just encourage everyone to, you know, do your research first so you don't waste your own time doing something you don't like. But if you're brand new to the game, then you should go and experience everything to see what you like and what you don't like. That's it.
You look different enough.
My squad.
That's just me, in my opinion. Before Liru Zeus for Arma, I would imagine a lot of players from Liru's already went to KillKOG. That is possible. I'm going to be honest, though. Usually in my Discord, people will talk about certain events that they go to tell other people about it. And I actually, again, I didn't know about KillKOG until Karma told me about it. I think a little after we started working together a month or two ago. And that's also mainly because I don't really watch other YouTubers or Twitch streamers. The only stuff I watch on YouTube and Twitch is for background ambience. But here, I'm going to take us up back to the AO. You got people pulling back on foot here. Might be using some more of the tunnels here. Nope. That's just a random rock face. Do you ever, would I ever want to try running a ground POV on one of these? No. And this is because I do not like playing Arma 3 PvP because, as I already mentioned, CCO6 has really spoiled my appetite for PvP. And I don't really want to experience it again because whenever I'm down on the ground, because I tried PvP afterwards in an FNF round a long time ago, I want to say a year, maybe a year and a half ago, and those same feelings came back from CCO6. Even though it wasn't anything like it, I couldn't get into it. So I would just much rather prefer spectating. But I see you guys coming up with your stuff here. I think the MG gunners would be great for defending this AOS. Oh, God. Oh, God, the camo net's broke. Oh, that's funny as hell. I guess the sim wasn't disabled, and now they're all glitching out like this. I think a PKM gunner corner camping would be a great call. A marksman could be okay if you were using a building, but as soon as they dial you in, they're going to start striking you with air support. So that's going to be a tough one as well. The mortar guy is good, but again, only at night. If it's day and you have to walk in HE rounds, that's a bit more of a chaotic mess, in my opinion. But we'll see. We hear some confusion on the comms down here.
What the fuck?
Yeah,
Should we
that's
go
what
down
they
there
do
and fuck
every
with
other
them?
KillKOG.
Should we go down there and bug with them?
No, they're just gonna end the game in probably like 10 minutes.
Dude, we're just gonna get GBU'd, let's be honest.
This building can actually take GBUs.
They have... Oh god.
I may have done an oopsie.
What did you do?
I have to look.
I want to
It's a
see.
shotgun.
I want to see.
I stopped digging it because it would have broke everything.
Oh god. That car is moving.
I'm staying clear so it doesn't blow up.
They might have broken
Hey,
some of
should we go
the
to
wheels
Cash
on it.
Alpha? It sounds like they're there.
But I thought they already ripped the wheels off. I thought he was talking about these camo nets. Oh, wait a second. Alright, so Blue 4 has landed and attacked this second cache. But Op4 didn't have anyone defending it, so that's going to negate that objective, so we're just going to wait around until they get the third one. Which makes sense, because I don't think Op4 knows the order Blue 4 is going to hit the objectives. They do have a scout out here potentially watching.
No way they landed anybody over there to the north that fast.
And yeah, I don't see any RPGs on Op4 either, so I'm willing to bet that it's just AKs, SKSs, PKMs, and... What was that fourth weapon I saw? PPSHs. No GLs, no RPGs. Yo, what's up?
Oh my god. They hit the third objective and there's fucking nobody there.
Yeah, I just noticed that. I thought they were mounting up for something else. There's one guy on Overwatch that's watching them all do it.
I felt so bad. I was like, I can't say anything. I have to be totally impartial. I'm just laughing the whole time. Like, nobody fucking there. It was the coolest fucking interest with nobody to see it.
I missed it though because I was busy making sure I wasn't, because I was told not to watch the LZs for it. So that's funny.
The whole time. Like, there's nobody fucking there. I hope they know that. Oh, but that means everybody's on the final.
Yeah.
Holy shit, this is gonna be interesting. So definitely keep an eye out.
Oh, I've been watching the main compound. It's gonna be pretty funny.
It's gonna be brutal. It's gonna be great.
I watched someone break the camo nets though, and the camo nets started bouncing around over the box, and I'm like, oh god, what did they do?
Arma physics.
Arma physics go bird. My god. Top professional commentators right here, ladies and gentlemen.
Holy shit, dude! I'm like sweating. I'm laughing so hard.
Oh man.
I gotta open the window.
You're good, man. You're good.
This is why they're in. He's like, we're going to PY3. We're gonna screw the fries, and we're just going right in, watch the fireworks. I'm like, there's nobody fucking there.
It's okay. Let them be tactical. Just let them be tactical, all right?
It was fucking phenomenal. They did an amazing job, but it was just disappointing.
But there's no one there.
Dude,
no, that's because Air did all the recon with the thermals and saw nothing, which made them think, oh god, they're all in the buildings. We're gonna be extra cautious for this one.
Yeah, they were ready for like them to be dug in and firefighting out of
Right.
it. It's just like, nobody's here.
Hey, no, technically they did it flawlessly with no KIA, so therefore that tactic worked and they should totally do it again, right?
It was a perfect execution.
Totally.
Oh my god! All right, let's get ready for the
final fight.
All right, here we go.
So he's the other Zeus that's doing all the debug stuff, so when you hear people ping, that's what they're on. So they're already lining up to do the final one. I'm not supposed to cover that, but that's okay. I'm assuming there's explosives strapped to that cache. And you got the Apache flying out. I'm really curious to see if this guy gets hit by something, but... Oh, that's funny. My CH view distance hotkeys aren't working. That's fine. Probably because I'm stuck in the interface, but you got the Apache flying overhead right there.
This is 3-4 and 5-0. The both Chinooks have landed back at Cache Alpha. I think it might have been a fake landing because they just dropped and then immediately left.
So they're thinking it's a fake landing. I don't think Op4's realized that Blue 4 hit that cache and now they're getting picked up right now. That's funny as hell. But yeah, no, I'd imagine they don't have RPGs, grenades, or GLs because I'm gonna be honest, it takes one guy to put in a grenade based off of the formation work you're seeing Blue 4 does to basically win. Because, again, Blue 4's objective is to hit the caches one at a time and take them out. Op4's objective is to make Blue 4 pull back because they've taken X amount of casualties.
One time's Apache maneuvering on Cache Bravo.
So it just takes 3 guys to run up and throw a grenade. That's it. Whereas now that it's daytime, we're going to see on the final objective something much more balanced, if you know what I mean. So we'll just have to see how all that goes. Now you got Apache starting to recon the route, so I'm willing to bet from this guy's POV, we're going to see those assets come in. They're all boarded up, so I'm going to stop covering that. Op4 are really spaced out around this area, but again, they're limited right now because they had a lot of guys die on the first area
I'm not
here.
watching the airfield, I'm watching these Chinooks.
Get a guy out right here, and I'd imagine this is probably some sort of, yeah, that's where they marked the helicopter landing. They got a hidden fob up there, which is quite cool.
These Chinooks are flying right at me.
I wonder if he's going to potentially try to mag dump the Chinook.
These Chinooks are flying directly at me from Cache Alpha.
Yeah, the Apache already flew overhead. It was basically reconning the route, but they missed this guy. You can hear those Chinooks in the distance now.
If they land, I'm going to try to drive my truck into them.
Oh, kamikaze. He's got a Dishka, but where's the truck? He should be running for that Dishka, though, to make it.
Oh my god, they're right on me. They are right on me.
Oh, Shaq. Shaq's got a laze on him. Is that smoke? No, okay. That was a smudge on my screen.
This poor man.
This is 3, 4, and 5, 0. Chinooks are inside the river delta in the valley.
Oh no. Oh no. That even made me jump, Jesus Christ. Oh. Oh my God. Oh.
So are we gonna like?
I think they just reported that he got
ignore
taken out because I heard someone say it. Damn, my ears are ringing from that too. You guys got a noise gate.
Everyone gets hit by airstrikes at this town.
Yeah, but that usually means that they're clearing an LZ.
Okay, what's the difference
That heli's
between a
getting close.
Taliban soldier and a 12-year-old school kid?
What?
Yeah, just like.
I don't know, I'm a drone operator.
Jesus Christ.
Have a view of it.
How did you make it worse? What the? That's brilliant.
Turbo laser online.
Sentry turret online. Oh! I saw a rock, dude. Flip it the other way. Yeah, dude. On top. What's that mean?
You can hear the Chinooks coming in. Oppor's gonna lay in wait. They got daylight on their side. Apaches are striking empty vehicles out here. They got a mortar position that's become a dud. They're trying to hit vehicles. You got Op 4 chilling up here. They got another mortar.
Eyes on Apache coming straight for us.
Apache's west of New York. Listen, Apache above me. Stand by. Apache's moving direct west of 17 Logi. I'm watching him.
It's fine, Cetus. Again, I shouldn't have been that snappy about it. It's just I really value my reputation.
It's gonna see our mortar. It's gotta see our truck.
Because I've heard so many horror stories of people abusing things, and I've been there to watch people abuse things, and it rubs me the wrong way. If you want to have a conversation about it later, we can. I don't mind.
This is 2-2 to base plate. Apache's bearing 120 from my pause.
I love, though, that Op 4 has all of this outbound security, so they're actually tracking the flights of Blue Force Apaches. And they're able to accurately tell, like, the whole route they take, because this Apache flew over so many people around, so it's just crazy how they can track that. Unfortunately, they don't really have anything to take it out.
You know what I'm saying?
As soon as the static tries to plink at it.
Scared of money. Like, I bet they're gonna follow those white.
Are you? Oh man. What are you shooting at? Well, we had a blue on blue incident, now we're gonna have a red on red from the looks of things.
Bro, what are they doing?
Someone
with
marked
their
on map
time?
Chinook moving north from the east of town.
They're very indecisive.
TRP 22. There's an LZ marker.
That little bird's gonna take out that fucking truck. He sees it.
I keep seeing these black lines coming out. I guess they're tied to the markers then.
Have your binos out.
They got their binos out, staying low. Uh-oh.
It's all over the fucking place.
Doughboy, I love you, buddy, but I think America's coming for you. That's the Apache gun. Oh. Oh, that's even worse. Not Shaq. Come on, he found you guys earlier. You can't just magically find him. What if he's a civilian? Have you confirmed it's hostile? Oh god, Shaq's driving like a bat out of hell and this Apache's just stalking him. No. No, this is retaliatory. Oh. His car's not driving as fast. That's another one. Oh god. Oh, God. Shaq can't catch a break. He's scouted out the insertion and now he's out for blood.
Just forget to contact be loud because I can't hear you.
Are they coming?
Little bird's still lasing that. I think they're putting follow-up shots down on him. I can't even see where he is. Oh boy. Hey guys, that little bird's been circling for a little while. You think you should be a little concerned? No? Okay, well his bigger brother's about to show up. I think these two are saved. These two are not. This is scary, dude. This is like when you're playing Anastasi and Blue Force sends in their first attack wave of a bunch of heavy stuff and you don't have any AT to deal with it. Oh, he's getting in a position to fire. This is what Vix does now. I'm gonna send her a clip of this and go, this is what you do now, right? You went from tanks to Apaches. Oh, Doe, come on. He can't see it because of the trees. I think this other guy hears that Apache and is like,
He's to the west. Pretty high.
Talking about that one.
The Apache.
There's two, though. There's two Apaches. Have 7 Hellfires, plenty of rockets. Oh, the little bird begins the attack. Red immediately takes a rocket to the face. Doughboy also takes a rocket to the face. These two are looking on that hill and going, oh, yeah. Anyway, they're trying to get directly under the trees now to hide.
Put your gun away, put your binoculars where they can't shoot us.
He's trying to tell him to put his gun away. What time I get there? I watched a dude literally get murdered for driving a car. I don't think they care at that point. If I were to ever play on the ground and I would be in this position where I just see the helicopter start slowly doing an orbital around us, I just put my gun up and put my hands over my head, because at this point I know what's coming. Everyone else is going to laugh at me and go, "What are you doing, Liru?" I'm like, guys, it's already too late. I want you all to know that you've been the finest men under my commands, but we're about to get freaking liberated. Oh.
When they try coming through that door, I'm running over there and shooting.
I really want to see this kill zone, though. All right. That turret opened up. Now you got fire going back and forth here. Perfect execution of attack objective. Yeah, they haven't even made it to this AO yet, so this was purely by spotting. Now you got the 240 gunners opening up. Suppressing the utter shit out of that house. These guys have fallen back to the first story. They're also hitting these areas. Op4 also needs to take care not to burn through all their ammo in a suppression fight. Blue 4 have ammo to burn, though, and these guys got spotted and annihilated. Whew. Those are just picket forces on the outside looking over. We got a few other guys trickling in, but Air's just going to clean them up. You got this team over here. I'm waiting to see them try to trickle in, then Air hit them. This guy trying to shoot immediately takes heavy suppressive fire. You got this guy hiding at the moment. You gotta remember, though, it's also iron sights versus
Fucking 320 in the window.
some ACOGs and some red dots here. They got Bacon here putting GLs in the windows as well. These guys quickly going to hide. Yep, so here come the drones and the Apaches that are gonna start sighting targets. Blue 4 slowly pushing up on this advance here. Thinks they still got a thermal signature on that one wounded guy, so they might double tap him. See, Spartan, if you're still here in 15 minutes, that's what I worry about, because if people have this as their first taste of Arma and they get annihilated by an Apache 3 times, what's the actual likelihood of you trying to play again? But I got other stories for that later. I'm sorry to hear it, broski. Geez, so Money Man tried to get out of this building and got thrown from the window, and you still got John out here. Artillery coming in, though. Matt tries to drive in, and he gets annihilated by a Vic. I'm trying to find... That has to be this position, walking those mortars in.
0984.
Yep. So this is Op4's one caveat. If they can get some accurate fire with that artillery, they're going to stop Blue 4 dead in their tracks. And we've seen it land right in the middle of their between their lines here. If they walk it forward or back to the west or east, they could get some pretty heavy casualties. up here, though. I think they're still suppressing this building, too. And this poor man's trying to move the spotlight out. Rent-A-Cow's dead. Reddit here is dead. Looks like he was with a few other guys. They probably took an airstrike of some sort. We're seeing some smoke grenades getting popped, but it's reading the maximum particle effect. This just blew up, and that's completely caked that entryway. You just hear so much fire going in there. Lasers watching friendly units at the moment. As they're now starting to advance. Some people are getting wounded in here, probably because GLs are getting popped in this building and they're having to drag their wounded back and whatnot. Might also be cook-off from that car causing some pretty significant casualties. I'm worried about John, though. He's got an STG-44, probably the oldest assault rifle in existence. Boston over here got smacked. Really, this is now how well can the Op-4 garrison do to stop this Blue Fort tide? And can we have artillery? Oh! Those mortars finally hit right. 5 Blue Fort down by the artillery position back here. They're coming in to hide for a moment so the air support can't find them.
Ooh, that's an A-10.
Because I think they heard the Apache looking for him up here. There is an A-10 up as well. Oh my god. So they're basically hiding. Apache's flying around trying to find that artillery position. There's 2 A-10s above. So there's 2 Apaches, a Little Bird, 2 A-10s, and 2 drones. Wait. There's 3 Apaches.
Other cash? I don't know.
There's 3 freaking Apaches. Alright, so the mortars did a great job hitting a few people in that position. That's cut off this squad. So if John gets a few good hits in here, he might be able to stop this one squad, but he is alone, and he's fighting a lot of dudes, and he's got Overwatch that can immediately ding him. So if he gets up, he might be able to get a good hit here. But he is definitely crawling around, and I'm going to be honest. Oh, John, you evil human being. I love it. He just got to be careful that he doesn't get flanked, but I think he has the avenue not to. And he's got some Overwatch over here from James, trying to get some rifleman shots in the guys on this far wall.
Once you guys clear those buildings, go ahead and
put this spotlight here. Oh! He didn't get anyone with that. I think his bullets got clipped by the spotlight and the first guy was jumping over it, so he didn't take any damage. Oh, that sucks. That's funny.
Oh, this guy's okay.
Op-4 got 2 people down.
Are they like at our northeast?
We need to see security come back to this doorway, otherwise Blue 4 is going to just curb stomp it. Wow. We got a Blue 4 defensive line. I think they're picking off the guys that are basically coming from this tunnel entryway. So Op-4's reinforcing line's also been cut off. You got these guys pretty much dropping anything that comes in. You got these poor dudes over here.
It's gonna bring us right behind. You see this fire team?
And it looks like, oh, this position got attacked because that guy died. And these guys are watching. We have this position that got hit. That was another hidden cache, but I think they found the camo net.
This
We
is
just
our death. This is our first death. Be prepared.
So these guys have only died once, but I guess the next bet for them is to try to get on the mortars when it finishes up. But Air is, yeah, Air's found them, and they're basically taking out all the hidden positions that they can find. So that's cut off the mortar support. Oh, Abner, you don't want to be up there, buddy. That's all open, and they have that dialed in. You had 3 Strellas at the start, but they got wiped at start due to Air finding them. Oh. Yeah, you gotta keep Strellas in your pocket for day, because at night, they're gonna find you a lot quicker than you can find them. These bullets are all getting flipped on the texture. The truck despawned because it got blown up. Dusa got taken out, I don't know by what. We got GLs going up on this window that's knocked Abner out. And it looks like the blowback has also gone through here and hit these guys, but it's also causing some damage to Blue 4 down here. These guys are getting lazed as they try to come in as QRF, but it's not looking good for the OPFOR defensive line.
Sorry.
They're still staying put. We got one more mortar to work with here, but they got a lot of ammunition that they could potentially pump on it. But they need to start dropping ordnance everywhere around that objective if they have any hope to help stall. There's so much explosives coming in on this position, though. And I gotta wonder if the GLs going off are causing damage to the infantry down at the base of this. Oh god, and the grenades coming in on the breach alone are also causing so much damage. The shrapnel is just blowing people away as well. I think there's only 1 or 2 guys still alive in this compound. So, guy from 2-1 that got blown up by the mortar, yeah. I think all of your bodies got recovered, or at least I see 2 of them. There were 3 more. Maybe they were able to be brought back up as well. But now we got more artillery firing. Which is, I think, that position. There could be another artillery position, though. It could be Kenjo there. OPFOR has a lot of mortars to work with. That's probably why there's so many air assets. It's so that they can find and eliminate these mortars before they can wipe the infantry. It's a very tense game, cat and mouse with that. Oh boy. Frag the building. And that grenade blows him away. This guy also got blown up. Where's Whip? He's definitely part of command because he's got that beret on. One thing Blue 4 is going to struggle with is if Whip keeps pulling back and forth with these bursts of fire. Good drop on Friday right there. They can't tell where those shots are coming from, only the general direction, so they don't know that he's up high, and most players rarely look up, so he's got a little bit of an advantage with that. But beyond that, we got more artillery landing. It's landing a bit far, though. They got to walk it closer. You got James over here too, trying to suppress this group coming in. But at this point, it's all up to Whip here.
Where'd that casualty go?
And he gets taken out by someone that climbed a tower and sniped him from the side. Oof. Blue 4 is going to pretty much work on securing this position. So you got poor James over here trying his best to move in, but at this point he's got way too much stuff around him that's going to try to stop him, and the rest of Op 4 trying to get around. Looks like these two tried to pull back with a truck. They were taken out because air is just all over the damn place at this point. I doubt Whip's going to win back up, though. I think Whip is locking him down at that point as well. But that is pretty much it. He's just... He's got his hands up. The classic end result of a KillKOG. Op 4 blindly running in. I doubt he has a suicide vest on, but that would be kind of funny if we had a few of those. They would be heavily abused. Oh, look at this guy. He's running from an Apache. That's a little bird. Well, Matt just juked the little bird. Question is, will the little bird spawn him again? I think it did. It's lining up the run now. Oh, it's using rockets that. Yeah. Yeah. Matt didn't really survive that one, did he, Chief? Artillery still walking in, because we have this one artillery gunner making some great guesses. They're making a run. James desperately trying to crawl up to this position. Still got Ethan. Oh, he got gunned down with his hands still up. With his hand. I think KOG was told there's no civilian, so if you see someone running like that, just execute them. Alright, I imagine charges are going down on this cache site. That's the final one. James is trying to crawl in. I can't tell if something's hitting him. Oh. Oh. That would be the Overwatch line. Oh, no. I think I just heard a rocket strike down here. Yeah. Meanwhile... I feel like it would be really cool to make a montage of this and just play the America F Yes onto it. They're still plinking at him. And I'm going to be honest, I think that's it, because it looks like they found the last mortar position and struck it, and the gunman died. The only remaining groups of Op 4 are down here to the south. You got this gun car trying to blitz in. But here comes, is that the little bird? That's the little bird. Damn. we just have vehicles coming in on spawn. I mean, this is the full map. Ethan's still bleeding out. Oh, there goes Ethan with his hands up. Christ. He's trying to carry him out. Oh. James bled out. And at this point, I think Air has total control of this AO, and I think this is going to be game here. There are Peen Rangers, they don't take prisoners.
Alpha's a 600. That was good cover when that fucker came down the stairs.
It's going all right, Toby. I genuinely don't see any way Op4 could get forces into this AO. Blue 4 still needs to pull out. The closest guy is right here, and I think they're marked as command. Yeah, so this was Company HQ and Platoon Command trying to drive in, and they got annihilated.
Bro. Let's go.
More infantry trying to trickle in from the south. Got more stuff coming in. That's James all the way back there, the poor man. He's gonna loot his body. And now we wait 15 minutes for Liru to say hi back.
Okay. Hey. Net call, all friendly elements collapse building 11, over.
It's me, baby.
So we're up on that Cadillac or those casualties in the south. What's going on down?
He looks like he's RTB.
You can pray he's RTB. I think they're bringing the Blackhawk in. It's a medevac. Yep, I see the medical symbol on the side, so that's probably to extract the casualties down here from that artillery strike. Sammy got gunned down, possibly by an Overwatch or an air element. And we see this force breaking down and heading in as well. And the remaining few Op4 shooters here are just trying to figure out what to do at this point. Elephant grass would definitely be your friend in this scenario. This man's just sitting in it and praying. Got a spare spotlight out there, knocked aside. Sammy woke back up? Oh. He doesn't know where the enemy is, though. He could. Emphasis on the could. He might be able to get on top of the LZ for the medevac and do some damage. And then we got these two guys trickling around as well. Here, it looks like they are going back to get their Vix. Holden using the tunnel to maneuver. Yes, this is PvP. Sammy might come in for the clutch.
I'm being actively hunted by a squad now. Home plate is down. I'm gonna chop him when he doesn't land.
At this range, he might be able to snipe the pilot if he knows how to aim it. Just follow it in. Just run behind it, bro. Trust me. He's got the purple smoke for the landing coming in. I think they're firing up at this guy up here. Poor Matt. Come on, Sammy, you just gotta go for it. Go for it, Sammy. If he's gonna crawl up there, by the time he honestly gets to this hill, that thing's already gonna be leaving. But I get the caution. Pulled back. These guys are getting suppressed to hell here. Got a laser coming on that position. He's doing some medical. Blue 4 collapsed on this objective. We're going to see them switch to Chinooks in a second. I think they're doing some rearming on one of their Apaches as well. Wow, look at that. The Insurgents actually made the Apache wave off. Never mind. Can hear him laughing over it, too. Aw, not the unarmed guy. He was just there for the ride. Oh. Chopper, so I guess Doctor is going to have to try to get on the rear, but at this point, these guys are all going to get in that building. He's going to get picked off out in the outskirts. These guys are super vulnerable alone, but Sammy decided to play it cautiously instead. Big ouch. Op 4 is just trickling in with techies. It's a spotlight technical. Now you see, at night, this could blind the Apache pilots, so clearly it's a threat that requires the biggest of responses from Blue 4 Air. So let's see what an appropriate response to an unarmed truck with a spotlight on it is, as it somehow knocks over a rock. Oh god, I saw the freaking A-10 moving over it. It's got it locked with the lays. There's two Apaches, or excuse me, two A-10s. Oh. It's a car with a spotlight. You got these two trickling in. Blue 4's got total security on the final objective. I think there's no way Op 4 can do a break-in at this point. There's the A-10.
I mean, Mika's just lost and we're kind of done here.
Yeah, if they're when they're doing their AR, or if they, I think they might do their AR here.
Yeah,
So I can teleport you guys to like.
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah,
yeah,
we can just speak with them.
I'm waiting to see if they actually strike that car.
Yeah, just I mean, I won't shoot them. I hope they won't shoot.
We still do have a few infantry. Sammy hasn't really moved from this hill. Actually, no, I think they were back here and they made a little bit of distance because the LZ was in here, but at this point, I mean, there's also a drone movement marker on him, but I think that's just the loiter marker for the drone to do orbitals here because we got 2.
No, it's not. Where?
Right in front of the building.
Yeah, that's the cache. Check the hills round about us. They were shooting still around about us.
Uh-oh.
The idea, target your fucking idea.
You know, it wouldn't be an Arma 3 PvP operation without some proper friendly fire. And now everyone in here is gonna hear those gunshots and wonder
They just hop off?
what that was about. That's a shame, because now they're gonna go wide, and then this guy might be able to still pursue, but we might have the Chinooks land. Before these gunmen are ready. The Apache got him. Well, we found the A-10, but guys, don't worry. The tens to hundreds of thousands of dollars of ammunition and fuel it took to hunt down this terrorist vehicle. Clearly it has some sort of powerful rocket launcher back here. It's totally not a spotlight. It was taken out. Definitely. Great. Wonderful. That kind of sucks. These guys got Reddit on red, and they might have been able to run in there to stop it, but now you got Kieran trying to go in. He's got to triple time it in and hope the Apache doesn't get him. Oh, unless you're running out of stamina, bro. Uh-oh. Wait, no, he's in the Apache's blind spot. He doesn't have any markers on him. Can you not? I swear to God.
Can't tell if that was unknown running for their life.
Well. What? But. Wait. What just happened? I see. So he was actually a CIA operative, and he's disappeared from my interface. Alright, I think that's it. I think the Zeus has teleported everyone down, so I'm probably somewhere down here in this mess. Or at least I think I am.
Okay, happy.
Yeah, I'm down there. I'm gonna mess around. Where is... Actually, no. Where's the BI hat? Hell yeah. I don't think there's a press uniform. Let's just grab a suit and call it a day. Something that won't clip it would be nice.
Team 6 now. Hi.
I guess I'm gonna need to just do a standard shirt. Yeah, because I can't find anything good. Let's grab... Yeah, casual clothes. Luxor, thanks for the 34-month resub. Hope you keep enjoying the operations. Hope you get a nice kick out of this scenario.
Yeah, all the anti-air we had was taken by stupid people. Like, we had no good people with the glass, so they got killed. Yeah, it needs to be spotlighted.
Any of you guys firing the mortar?
I was firing the mortar.
Dude, you schwanked all the 2-1 in one direction. You slammed it into
They only would have done it once.
The ones I was watching, guys. I even circled where you guys were circling. That's how fucking accurate I was.
You got like all the KC guns. That's why.
I was circling every one of your LZs. Every single one. That's how close I got.
Hey, Upful, why wasn't there any of you dudes on fucking POI 003?
Oh, fucking Cache Alpha? Because we had no one. Because you guys outnumber us. That's why.
You guys have more people.
You have more.
Well, that's because a lot of people for Op4 spent most of their lives on the first objective, so Op4 didn't have the manpower to also cover Sector 3.
Excuse me while I have to go gloat to fucking KOG that they ain't gonna kill me. I got you.
We were just expecting you. Everybody storms in Jack.
Yep. I did watch the Apache murder, multiple waves of people coming out. My favorite was a squad was hyping itself up to leave. I followed the last guy out just as everyone in front of him started getting shredded by the Apache. And then he immediately turned around and dived back into the tunnel. It was bad. Yo. Yep. I did watch him get RD'd. I mean, it was fair because you had 3 Apaches, a little bird, and 2 A-10s and 2 drones literally catching. There were like 7. No, it's a bit of hyperbole. Honestly, like 5 or 6 mortar positions that they schwacked. Yeah.
They just missed like all but that one shot, and it was just perfectly fucking. Yeah.
Hey, even a broken clock's wrong twice a day, so.
I heard one of those two, but damn, that was like it was.
But Magus, you know what? Dying was actually nice because I got to see your stream. I got to see the Apache line up and fucking root for Sammy. Poor fucking Sammy.
Oh god, those 2 dudes at the end there that were with Sammy just fucking rigmaroled them both. Oh, no.
It was horrible.
It was great, but damn, that was just like, oh. Yeah, that dude's probably stacked at probably close to 80, 90 kills by himself. Like, fucking A. Alright, let's go join the festivities and see
I
what's
watched an A-10 destroy a technical armed with a spotlight.
Oh, on top of the hill?
Yeah, towards the end. It was...
Objective 1. Yeah.
It was Objective 3, or Objective 2 in the wrap-up, so... Anyway, let's go over. Yo.
You guys are... never mind, you guys are...
If you're ever bored Saturday afternoon American time, come do some ops for KT.
Shoot me a message on Discord and we'll see if we can set something up.
Alright, we'll do.
We tested the green 4 implementation. We gave Op4 HE mortars. It was there was a lot of variables in addition to the fact that this is the first KillKOG for a lot of you. for a lot of you on Blue Force. So it was chaos. So first things first, what the fuck happened with 1-1 on that first incident?
What guys do? I don't know. Called contact and engage.
Okay, we need to PID.
You guys shot each other?
Need to PID.
Yeah.
Comms. Let me roll through this. It's gonna take forever. Comms.
I did see blue for
Need to. I know this
fire.
is the first time in literally like 6 months we've ever rolled out with a green 4 element, but regardless, you need to be PIDing out there, and especially right.
So on that.
So I think they have it was blue 4 and then an Afghanistan contingent. So the U.S. guys, I think, were the suppressed ones, and the Afghanis were normal.
Before we even entered the.
We still gotta know what we're shooting at.
Yeah.
If you don't know what you're shooting at, you shouldn't be shooting.
Yeah, completely unacceptable. Completely unacceptable.
There was
All right.
like a normal.
Comms. So, just PID, all right? I know that we're used to seeing everyone, but like when it's dark as fuck out, we need to be knowing what we're shooting at. Second thing, all the desk pops that happened tonight. If you, I swear to God, if I find out who the fuck is desk popping, I'm going to fucking, I'm going to do so many things. But put your fucking safety on. If you do not trust yourself, put your fucking safety on. That I can't believe that happened as many times as tonight.
I think it was like 4 times.
It wasn't me for once.
Completely unacceptable. The desk pops and the friendly fire. If I see that happening, I'm gonna lose my fucking mind. All right. Anyways, we continued in formation as best as we could. This is the first time we've rolled with a larger element, so it was a little scuffed. We had plenty of mod issues tonight, Blue Force side. The fucking night vision lasers were not working. People couldn't see as far as they normally could. It was chaos, but good job for the most part, not getting absolutely lost. Okay, so I know we don't have DUI or anything like that, but you guys did a good job not getting lost in the dark. And as far as what I could tell, everyone made it to CP1 without getting absolutely fucked by the visibility tonight. Even when we discovered the tunnel system, you guys continued working fine. Air did their best to sparkle it. I know we'll probably never play on Lithium again just because of the lighting issues. We'll probably have to find another map. So don't worry about having that darkness problem again. On CP1, we established a hasty ORP with left and right side security. Good job on that. We had 360 security on the ORP. Elements were in the center and waiting. A reminder, visibility, okay? If you can get to a better spot, get to a better spot. Get out of the open. I saw a lot of dudes in the open tonight. I know you can get away with it with AI.
1 second.
You can't get away with it with players. You need to hit the cover and concealment. And at the very least, you're proned out, right? At the very least, we're proned out or behind a tree. Whatever you can do to break up your silhouette. We ended up getting...
Can I say something real quick?
Yeah, real quick.
You guys were not in cover at all. I could see you clear as day from the other side of the mountain. All of you.
Yeah,
Like,
there's brightness. There's brightness problems for it depends on like it's a whole hassle trying to get night ops to work in Arma because everyone's
listen,
monitor is
you guys
fucked.
are just clear as day. I was marking every single one of you.
It's pitch black for us is the thing. Okay,
I know,
moving.
it's pitch black
Yeah. But you just said it's clear as day. My brain.
I think because he used the spotlight on you. That's what he's talking about.
After the spotlight, yeah. After the spotlight, we knew like we were expecting to take contact prior to hitting CP1. That was expected. We managed to get all the way to CP1 without hitting contact. We released then as planned off of CP1 with the assault lane opened up with security on the left and right. Assault pushed through on lane blue perfectly fine. Like this, we were expecting contact here. So we set up the north side and south side lanes for security. We engaged, and as they're suppressing, we snuck the assaults into the objective, or we pushed the assaults into the objective. Assaults got all the way to 61 without contact, correct? And 1-2.
We took out one guy maybe on the way to 61.
Okay, but otherwise elements released into the objective from CP1 into the objective. And what was the Mascal problem here? What happened here?
It was a mix of things. Basically what happened is there was one dude on a roof. We hit the first floor, and I don't know if there was a miscommunication or something, but the mix of 1-1 and 1-2 elements didn't understand that there was a guy on the roof, or that there was a roof at all. So combined with one guy going down when we were first clearing, that guy did some damage, took me out, took a couple other guys out, and it turned into a panic fest a little bit.
So just CQB, is that all that is?
I will say that there was a minor incident involving a friendly fire grenade in gym.
Oh no.
What happened? What happened?
Yeah. So Jim stacked up. He was point. Yeah. He called for a grenade, opened a door, got through in a frag. It didn't go off before Jim started LPing the door.
Even though he called for the frag?
Yeah, he called for the frag. I threw it in, and he walked right in front of the door.
That's just I don't know what to say about that. More practice. That's more practice. Okay. Anyways, we continued releasing elements off the ORP, perfectly planned and prepared for. Like, that was good. We hit the contact. We started getting engaged. I'm surprised we got that close. We had the measures in place to release the assaults. Assaults then started pushing through, and we established new security south of building 11. 1-2 held the rear. 1-1 and 1-3 established security on 1761. 1-2, good job on pushing through and establishing at 18, even though you lost leadership. Okay, 18 got established. One thing, Reed, right, is if you can tell, like, we're getting, like, I need initiative, right? And we'll get comfortable with this when we get guys with more experience. And I know it's been fucking forever since we did KillKOG. If one force is supposed to establish BP North, right, but your squad is there and ready to work, and you're already on fall and assume, like, call that up, like, hey, this is 1-2, this is 1-6, we can establish BP North, right? And then we can keep the operation rolling.
I guess it was just a little confusing because I had such a mix of guys there. I actually did have 1-4 guys there, I think, and I think I had some other guys there from other fire teams too, and I just had there were so many people there actually that I didn't know. So that's eventually
right.
When
but
I was
you
just
go,
like,
we go back
unsure.
to the intent, right? We go back to the intent. What is the intent? Establish BP North. Okay, we're sitting here. Can we establish? What's the intent? We can establish BP North. Okay, then establish. Right. Well, otherwise, that slowed us down, and this objective took up way too long. Way too long. It was just a whole bunch of different problems. Okay, so we didn't necessarily have any problems until BP North, or until the mass call at CCP Blue. 1-2 push through, establish at 18, and we had all positions set and conditions set for assault. Condition set for assault 2-1, then made the push to, or 2-2, excuse me, made the push to assault building 11. 2-2. How was that clearance? Anyone from 2-2 still here?
Basically talking about their assault from here.
Completely empty.
From there.
It was
empty. There was one guy.
The jackpot was in the shed next to the building.
Around this side, and the jackpot was on this side.
Okay. All right. Cool. All right.
No,
I mean, don't have much to
wait,
say
no,
there.
no, no. I'm sorry.
We sent
They're talking
assault
about
up with
this one 'cause
demo,
they're
or
talking about the
Kilo 1-1
shed
up with demo.
right here.
Demo got set, and
So
this
they're
is
talking
when
about
things
hitting
got extremely hairy. This is when we started taking in casualties left and right. A reminder: you must get your casualty after tourniquet, right? Casualty gets moved immediately to CCP Blue. Okay, because the problem is accountability. I can't have 1-9 trying to talk over raging gunfire and guys giving out orders trying to get comms accountability in all 4 elements if we're taking contact 360. Your casualties need to get brought to the CCP. Okay, right. Tourniquet, CCP Blue. Okay,
So let's give him a warm welcome, shall we?
We got whoever we could there. I know we had problems with bodies despawning, and we had to fucking, well, we had guys looking for where guys went down. Black, are you still here? Where did you, Black, where'd you go down?
About 2 meters to the right of Lav, and people found Lav.
Okay, so your body despawned. We were walking all around it. Okay.
There was somebody in the window looking right above.
We had bodies despawn. That put us back additional time because we're trying to get full accountability. We're looking for bodies, and the bodies are despawning. It is what it is. I'll see if there's something we can do to fix that code side that isn't performance murdering. But anyways, that was additional slowdown, and then people just panicking. There was absolute panic at that time. Here's the thing. I know we're taking casualties. Do your best and hold. That's all we can do. We make the ECAS call. and we lock down what we have and we let cast work, right? We have the KillKOG limiter or the death limiter working now. So if Op4 wants to run bodies at the formation while we have 360 security, let them run bodies at the formation. But having panic and like, we need to move, like that shit cannot be happening. You cannot be freaking the fuck out. And I know this is the first KillKOG for like a lot of you, but need to be calm. No. This was still at Malfaraz. We're just chilling. We're taking contact 360 and people start freaking out. We have everything locked down. I know your element is only watching one thing, but you need to trust that 6 and 7 and the rest of the element is doing their jobs on their flanks. We had full security on Malfaraz. There was nothing that was going to breach the line. We might have taken contact and guys would have gone down, but we were not in danger of being overrun. We just needed to fight and win the fight. And we did win the fight after people calmed the fuck down a little bit. One thing, whatever KT squad that found me and got me back up, good shit.
You're welcome.
Yep, good stuff. And then, yeah, finish the fight. We finished the fight. Don't freak the fuck out. Relax. And just do your job. We collected everything. We got as much accountability as we could. And then we started working on the exfil plan via the south. Okay, so we're probably going to have a different way of attaching guns. Just because that seems to be a problem that is apparent every single fucking operation. So squad leads, this will get pushed in SOP and we'll practice this we'll practice this in the future weeks. But the way we are going to attach guns from now on is guns will attach at the leader's huddle, where the leaders are at the leader's huddle, wherever that is, so CCP blue or whatever that is. You'll be attaching there or picking up your gun squad there. Or when we're doing the bird attachments, leadership stays central of the security formation, okay? Or like, don't be on the line pulling security. Let your guys pull the line, step off the line, take a look at your guys, and that way you're easily identifiable, okay, for the gun teams. So once again, when we're collapsing guns on point rate or platoon attack targets, you're picking them up where the leader huddle was. If you're like, I don't know where my gun is, he's probably going to be waiting for you, or he should, by SOP now, be waiting for you at the leader where the leader's huddle occurred, okay, whatever building that was. If we're stepping off from the birds and your guns are looking to get attached, look for the guys not on the line, because that is causing excessive communication or excessive confusion. All good? Everyone okay with that moving forward?
Yep.
Okay. All right. Moving on from here, we pushed out via Route Yellow to an HLZ. We had to figure this out just because both 8s were uncon or absent at that point. And then we got on the bird at HLZ Black. Once again, PZs, don't just go brain off and run towards the bird. Think, like, make it very deliberate and obvious the route that you're taking, and know that you're leaving enough space for the second PZ. Okay, like that movement doesn't need to be choppy and fast. Be very slow and deliberate, or not slow. Be very deliberate and predictable with where you're taking or leading the PZ if you're at the front. Okay, right. Go wide around certain objects. Don't go too close to the other PZ. Keep the distance on the PZ.
I think that's enough debrief for me.
Or on the pods.
Because he's focusing on the blue 4 aspect, and I wasn't able to fully cover it because of limitations. But whenever the next one is, I will cover it. Otherwise, at this time slot, we're going to go back into Zeus missions. Basically, whatever Karma wants will happen. Thanks for joining me for this one, guys. Go operate operationally. Enjoy the rest of your day or night. Tomorrow we'll be on the ground for a Digby op with the 1.3 Prairie Fire update, and it's not going to have Ace, so this should be quite funny. But otherwise, cheers, guys. Have a good one, and go operate operationally.